Yeah, na, yeah. Certain fire flames again. Times really change. Talk truth. We've seen better days. The youth not safe again. What a damn shame. Talk truth. How that them a promote. So quick them selling out. Them sold them cashing out. Yeah, well, this is Kemetic 9 representing for iJustStar and the mindset. If you now move right, get your mind.
YardSlangz. Wait there. Somebody say something about Jamaican patois and style and fashion. Yes, the Ras. Me a search the other day online and buck up on a new, authentic Jamaican clothing brand. Wagwan are the latest and newest one. In a t-shirt, hoodie, slippers and woman's bag. And a whole heap of other things I may not even mention. Search online for more information. YardSlangz. Hit them with a bang. divine name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, and also Empress Menin the First, Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari. Yeah man, one more day. One more day above ground. And we're giving thanks and praise for our ultimate position. Yeah, which is life. Yeah. Sound like the bingy never want to stop a while ago. It a walk through like a living man. The on patrol. Yes, honorable family, great to be here. You know, give thanks, you know, for everyone that is here. As I say, another day above ground. And, you know, not no greater than that. It's now 11 o'clock here in the UK. Yeah, man, and manners and respect to everyone who there in the chat room, everyone where join us. Please share the live broadcast. Please like the video also. I love that. You know, give thanks for the strength. Yeah, I tell you what. Where should we start? You know, a whole lot of things that take place currently. Hurricane in the Caribbean cause a lot of devastation. You know, people being homeless. Yeah, a whole lot of things that go on, you know. Think this hurricane, them name it Hurricane Burrell. Yeah. Hurricane Burrell. Pass through, think St. Kitts and the Grenadines. See, place like, you know, turn upside and down really. And I think Jamaica about to you know, witness, you know, what this hurricane have to offer. And, you know, we pray that it doesn't cause the impact, you know, that it have elsewhere, you know. And we want to say condolence, you know, to, you know, ones who have lost, you know, their life, you know, family members, you know, from this hurricane, freak weather, if I can call it like that. I know enough people, you know, is being affected, you know, a whole part water, you know, the heavy wind, you know, a whole part house top a lift way, and them something there, you know. But, you know, what can we say right now? I guess probably certain place in Jamaica, I see pan Facebook not long ago. I must say, boy, there's no light and internet, you know, certain places, you know. I guess, you know, if you have a backup generator and them thing that to power, you know, power your house, you know, the public the public power is not gonna be there, you know. Upscale, bless up in my Lord. Prophet Alan, Natty Reed, yeah man, bless up the eye themselves, Zin. All of the silent listeners also, manners and respect. Yeah. So if you know, if you don't have them type of backup system there to rely on right now, you know, I guess you're no light, no internet, you kinda lock off from the rest of the world until such time. But as I say, I hope that it doesn't cause, you know, the damage as previous hurricane, because, you know, Jamaica have a history of a lot of hurricanes, and sometime when them come, them the real damage, you know. I think apart from Gilbert, which was about 88 or 89, apart from, you know, that hurricane, I think Ivan was the most recent one that have, you know, done some real damage, probably not just to Jamaica but elsewhere, you know. I don't remember. Oh yeah, you had one named Hurricane Katrina, where Lick America serious, you know, flood out. Think Louisiana, one of them places. All the place did get affected still by Katrina. See, and so we know the hurricane them, you know, when them, you know, really build up to them different category, whether it's category 3, 4, 5, you know, they're just building up in strength, you know, the magnitude, you know, when them hit, you know, serious thing, you know. So people have to just, you know, really take cover right now, you know, stay safe, you know, stay away from the road, you know, stay inside. Yeah, but I'll go look for loot nowhere right now, you know. Safest place is inside, you know, stay in a yard, you know. Yeah, stay in a yard. So that we obviously really where, you know, the hurricane is concerned. I know, as I say, a whole lot of people, you know, life being devastated, you know, because of this hurricane, yeah. You see me? But me as a man still, you know, me kinda, you know, my meditation, me think outside of the box. You know, me no just me no just put everything down to one I go say, alright, you know, a God do this, and, you know, a God control nature and the weather and all of them something there. So, you know, a God a show a sign and all these type of things. You see me, them I go blame God. Enough people I go blame God and say, boy, you know, it's God. It's God do it. You know, it's God blow the hurricane, and, you know, but, you know, the reality of the situation I know, you know, you see through the devil also exists. Yeah. Devil also exists. And that is the plain truth. As if God exists, then the devil must exist. Alright, and the devil has certain attributes also. You see? So, don't take the devil very lightly. Devil have his strength and his weakness too. You see me? And the devil is very sophisticated. That is one thing. The devil is very sophisticated because according to narratives, that we read about the devil and Lucifer and fallen angels and all these things. The devil could do a lot of things. Almost everything that God could do, except one thing. So we must not forget these things if they are actually factual and true. Saying, because we say God exists, then the devil exists. So if the devil have all of them powers there, devil can do things. You see? Devil can do things, and some things where you would have blame God for, and probably God don't have nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. And then you got some people that say, I give the devil too much power. But it's not we. Never we give the devil no power. Devil did already have it before we probably even come into existence. You know what I mean? Him did sit up with God, the Most High God. And God gave him power. And never we. Not us. So to really cut, the curve, a lot of these things that we see take place, and I say, boy, it's natural disaster. It could be artificially designed disasters. Sound away, don't it? Sound away. Sound away, but that is just how I look upon it. Can have artificial design disasters. You know what I mean? I'm going to say artificial, meaning that it's not originally coming from, the creator. In that sense, it's the devil that is behind it. The devil show you a lot of things that it can do. You see me? Yeah. So enough of these hurricanes, could easily be man-made. Enough of these earthquakes can easily be man-made also. See? Yeah, man. Because if you have weapon, them have that thing what them call the harp. See? It's a weapon. Based on the theology of not the theology, the information of how the harp operate and how it work. and what it take to make it work, and the things them that they do to make things happen when they're using it. You see me? Yeah. The harp. And me make it up. And me make it up, you know, them tell we say, you know, them create this thing, and, you know, they use it to do these things. It's not me. Uno know. I don't know nothing new me I tell you now. You see me? Uno watch the videos them, uno hear the theories and these, you know, and these topics, you know, where the harp is concerned. You know, how it interfere with the weather, with the weather pattern. Yeah. And the devil have all these things at his disposal. You know, that is the thing. Yeah. Devil have all these things at its disposal. Yeah, when you want to cause some real serious problem. You know, because the region that this hurricane is penetrating, because there's a whole part talk, you know, but hold on. So the region where the hurricane penetrate, you know, is the Caribbean region, right? And by the way, you know, we know they have to talk about no hurricane still, but, you know, me have families and loved ones, you know, in these places that the hurricane, you know, affect. So, but where the hurricane penetrate is the Caribbean. And, you know, most of the Caribbean consists of African people. See? African people. Most of the Caribbean consists of African people. Now, there is some talk, yeah, that all these hurricanes start off the west coast of Africa, seeing, and come in into the Caribbean, because it's taking the slave route, and, you know, these hurricanes represent our ancestors, and, you know, all them type of talks there. Me no know. Me no really feel it still, Zane, because more expect, just like when Marcus Garvey said, look for him in the whirlwind. You see me I say? Him never say hurricane still. Right? But if these were our ancestors, I would expect these hurricane would be, you know, going towards Europe all the time. You know, not to where you know, our people are, who never, I don't know, who never do nothing. But them have talk for say boy is our ancestors and truths and the course, the west coast of Africa, all these type of talk. But more I expect say boy, them hurricane, if that is the case, them should not go towards Europe and them place there. Especially Europe. You see me? But them a go wish pa, Africans there. The African them there. Which is the Caribbean. So I don't know how that works still. I don't know how that work. You see me? I don't know. But that is one of the theory that we hear. You see me? Why these hurricanes develop from off the west coast of Africa. You see me? But now I say, hurricanes ain't natural. They are. Most of them are. You see me? Most of them are. But who really, is it God really? Because if the devil can do them something, if the devil could have do everything what God can do, you know what I mean? If the devil can do everything what God can do, enough of them things I'm there behind it. Because if him can do everything like what God can do, the only thing him can do is breathe, give the breath of life. So probably that's why we see cloning and AI machine and all these type of, artificial intelligence. You see me? Because him can't blow no breath, but him can do every other else thing. So why is it that God always get the blame, when there's a natural disaster that, is always God behind it? God can see our time hard. God can see our time hard. Then, and of course, a lot of wickedness are going too. You see me? But, if you send hurricane, where I go cause more devastation and create more problem for people and even create more crime. You know what I mean? I don't know how God would have do something like that. Send hurricane in a them time there. Or what? Is it just natural as we, want to say, as where we learn from we are youth, going to school, about the evaporation of, of the water go up in the sky and, and it build up clouds and all of them something there. That we are going to break it down to, that we are going to boil it down to, that a go on. Is it really them thing they are going? Because, I don't know. As I said, the devil can do a lot of things. Devil can do a lot of things. Them put things in the ear. Look upon them planes and factories. Interesting, my lord. The government need to seek assistance from Africa for repatriation. Yeah. Babylon are going to mash up them mama earth. See. You know, hurricane. But anyway, you know, the reasoning tonight are really about why man in general is weak to woman, like Samson and Solomon in the Bible. That is what we are looking upon in the night, yeah. Alright. Don't be confused by, you know, the reasoning so far. You know, was Samson a Rasta man in the Bible in this time? Nazarene Rasta. The thumbnail of the thing. Yeah. Was Samson a Rasta man that we are look upon? Why man in general is weak to woman, like Samson and Solomon. Should I really have my Empress for do that show here with me tonight? It's a very interesting topic. Very interesting topic, and we have to deal with it. Yeah, we have to deal with it tonight, family. You know, we have to deal with it. We want to know, you know, why men in general is weak to woman. And me know, say, I know that no man is going to admit to that. Me put up my hand straight and Charlie. No man now gonna admit say them weak to no woman. Or weak to woman. Let me don't say it like that. I beg your pardon. Which man going to admit that? No, this is not a joking matter, but come on. Which man? Man, naga, which man? It's a phone call program tonight, you know, as it always been anyway. But we are take phone call tonight. You know, when you can start call me right away. You know, the phone line open anytime. You see me? Yeah, the phone line open anytime. But of course, you know, me have my little presentation here. You know, me have my little presentation there for the item still. You know what I mean? But the phone line is open. You know, my presentation, it can flow as the program, you know, grow. But why man in general? The woman them want, hey, the Empress them, I only really want to hear from tonight, you know. Cause me know the man them now go call and say, boy, John, oh, you know, sir, this is the reason why me know say no man now go call me tonight and say, yo, I just, you know, I say, no, me, so here, me want the Empress them for call tonight. And here, me not even beg on me, ask on please, call in tonight and tell me why. Uno believe or why uno know the man them weak to uno. Why is it that the man them is weak to uno? That is it. Somebody love the Empress them, cause it's the Empress them know what really are going on. See, the Empress them, I wanna really know where I go on. So I don't want to shy away tonight and go on like say boy, uno don't know where I go on. Uno know what is happening. See? What is it? Why the man them? Let me know say, alright, so the phone I ring straight away. Phone I ring straight away. Blessed love. Come and answer the call a while ago. Oh, me answer the phone a while ago still now. Blessed love.
Blessed love, Honorable.
Blessed love, Honorable Empress.
Holy Manuel Jah, Rastafari, and Blessed and I.
Blessed love.
Yeah, in my opinion, since I'm a new mother to a boy, from since Muhammad's son, because I have a girl first, she's 9 years old, and forever since Muhammad's son, it's like, I feel like I'm a woman now, because, when you check it out, as a man, you understand, is your mother to provide that lifeline for you, because you don't need no water now. World Health Organization say that a baby is not supposed to get any food, only breast milk for 6 months. You understand?
Yeah.
So as a man, and you're with a woman, and she give you that feeling of a mother, because my childhood crush, I remember he was giving me a ride, and I put my hand over the something I do, I put my hand over the seat, however, something that his mother do. And, just in that car, it just feel like oxytocin, like love. And he say, move your hand from there. You do something like what my mother does do. So if you find a woman that's going to love you like your mother and take care of you, she has your heart. That's just my opinion.
Say it.
That's just my opinion.
Say it. So that's
and then even...
Sorry, go on,
sorry.
No, go on, man, I'm listening.
And even to tell you more, because when I had my daughter first, right, I wanted a boy. And I did the ultrasound, and the doctor say it's a girl, and when I lie, the whole, tension in the doctor office, and she felt it, she was like, I can't change the gender or whatever. And when I told my Kingman mother, I'm going to have a girl, she was like, oh, he don't need any more girls, he need a boy. So now and she love, like, the way how much she love she's son until death. Yeah, understand? And now I get my son. Like, I just put myself into the feeling and just because the way how she love she's son. Yeah, the kind of mothers they, even though they don't have it, them take it. Yeah, man. So now I get my son, I can just imagine, sometimes I just cannot believe. You understand? I just have to thank the Most High for blessing me, and giving me life. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Once you have Empress and you have a woman by your side that will do for you through thick and thin and love you like your mother, yeah, that's a man weakness. Because remember, woman of the universe. You understand? Woman of earth. You understand? Yeah, so once you treat a woman as that's why man supposed to have respect for woman. Because out of woman, you get man. You understand? And it just pain my heart to see how man does disrespect woman. You understand? In the black community, I can just come together as one. And just make the family strive. It's sad. It's sad, Robert. It's sad. It's sad because when man see woman, they're supposed to see their mother, their auntie, and their sister. So the same type of, kind of anger that you would get. If somebody before your mother stubborn, you must look to your baby mother like a that. Even if she says stubborn, you just walk away. Yeah. You just walk away. So much of killing happening in our community right now, and it's painful. It's painful. And the government are not care about how we. They don't care about how we. Can I tell them miseducate how we? Do you know that African Tigress was in Antigua, right? And she was interviewing somebody, not to go off topic, she was interviewing somebody and the person did not know anything about Africa. And that same person goes around in town and interviews illiterate people within our community, and we just laugh about it.
Wow.
Yeah. Man need to take their role in the society right now. Right now, man need to take their role in the society. especially in what's going on with this type of rainbow thing community. We need black man need to stand up right now for the black woman and child. Because we need to remember the Catholic Church worships the black woman and child. So black man need to start worship the black woman and child and children. Talk and get redemption. That's the army wants. That's the army wants. I need freedom for the black community. No.
No one knows.
Yeah, so that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I don't want to go off topic, you know. But that's just my opinion. I think if you find, go ahead. Sorry.
So what about you know, in terms of Samson and Solomon, you know, in terms of their fall or weakness, then would you put it down to the same thing?
A woman is key. Of course, because a woman can charm, a woman will know how to charm and nurture a man, you know.
Charm, you know, say, you see that word, you know, a lot of people could misconstrue that word, you know, because when you say charm, Zane, what is really charm? You know, some people might look upon it in a different way, you know. But
in Samson, Delilah knew what she wanted to do to Samson, isn't it? That's not the story.
True, yes. She was getting paid.
Yeah, so she done good. So she done, you know, mix up she plot in she mind. Yeah, so she done know she could charm me. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, woman, you know, in this thing they just use the woman to paint all kind of facets against the woman, you know, to degrade women. And that's what the Babylon world do. You know? With this Eve thing, they just paint a bad picture towards woman. And yet still, in the Pope still go behind, in front of the black Madonna, the black woman and child, in the back room. You see?
Yeah, man.
But blessed love, honorable, you know, it's a pleasure to always look in, to, you know, listen in your recordings and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, I give
keep
thanks.
the energy high.
Yes, I give thanks to the strength, said we. You know, give thanks to the car.
Yes.
Bless up the family, you know.
Yes, one love.
Yeah, man.
Holy man, Selassie, Jah, Rastafari,
bless you,
Empress Benai.
Rastafari. Yes, honorable family. Alright, I get a next phone call quick and fast. Blessed love.
Honor God.
Honorable, my Lord.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, which is peace and safety and protection to everyone from the island, you know?
True, my Lord. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and to the I family, you know?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, love wise.
And Gilbert, man, then show is when Gilbert come, Dada, taking rod and knock on the ground and say, yo, I'm me, I saw, you know? And it calmed down, you know?
Seeing?
So, it's just a story of understanding how we are God, you know? But cleansing must go on still, you know?
Seeing?
Cleansing must go on, and sometimes the cleansing is like the cycle of a woman. If she's not eating right or she's not, you know, in a very good spiritual space, if the man has stress her out, our cycle will come more harsh, you know, if you're not treating her right, you know. So just like when I treat the earth right. So the temperature hot. The ocean temperature so hot that it has spew out a dreadful, hurricane in an early period of the season,
Saying?
Yeah, because we are polluted. Well, I know we. You don't know how, but we play a part too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright.
True, we get ourselves together as the parents and unite Africa. The children will always play.
Mm.
Mhm. But the topic we are on still is really as I said, the plagiarization of the African story
Mm-hmm.
and making it more of a Eurocentric, um, patriarchal, patriarchal, or patriarchal staple to reinforce imperialism.
Saying?
And first thing you have to really submit and put underfoot are the woman then. If you're gonna be an imperialist, you have to subjugate the woman them, because the woman them are the safety valve when you are do wrong. If them have them complementary role as sitting next to the king as a queen, them can tell the king, so yo, where I do. That not right. We have children for raise.
Mm.
And then the king would straighten up himself and ease back, say. But if you don't have the woman there playing that role, then the man them just go wild like wildfire.
So, alright. If me I overstand what the ayah say, saying what the ayah say, this depiction of, say, Delilah and Jezebel, Zane,
Hmm.
what you say is a depiction to demoralize and put down woman. Or,
We have to understand, say,
yeah,
the
got
Bible
you.
is Greco-Roman. So the Bible is Greco-Roman. So it's based on homosexuality.
See,
That is the foundation from the Spartan wars,
mm,
from the Spartan. So they have to establish a homosexual kingdom, which is now being seen in modern day Western society, England, Europe, and America.
yeah,
So that foundation they solidified. That's why them deal with Matthews instead of Luke, where Luke would have tell you, say, boy, the woman was found with child. They never tell you, say, a virgin in born without a father. Just that Joseph never want to claim the baby. I was a tax collector and a losing job.
see,
But I inbreed the daughter. Inbreed the daughter. You understand me? That's why I did have to run with the pig and go in Egypt. You understand? You can't have no picnic without a woman. But as I said, the authors of the Bible, what they did was take the African stories them from the Perth Meru, where the Book of the Dead of coming forth from night into day, the holy book of the ancient Nubian African, and reapply it to European paradigms and European Greco-Roman paradigms and Greco-Roman livity, which is homosexual based.
see,
And the same thing with the Arab them. Because the Arab them have a theory say, women are for children and boys are for pleasure.
see, what you say?
You go to any Arab country, that's them slogan. And from you're a Muslim, you think they will just rape a boys, and that is not a sin if you have sex with a man that's not a Muslim. better than culture. We Africans have to understand them something and know where we are dealing with. You know, say you can't get nothing good out of the Bible. You know? But you have to know your own story first before you touch that book there. Or else we'll obey you.
Say book will obey you.
And the biggest hobby book on earth. That's what I say. White man are the best hobby man.
But watch out now. We hear what you say now, but and we look on you know, Samson for instance. You know.
So when you mention Samson now, Samson is taken from the story of Asar. Samson is Asar.
Yeah, but
you understand? The whole story of Samson and Delilah has to do with the story of the story between Asar and his wife Aset, and then inbred Aset, where you get the word Satan from. And Set now did abuse his wife. He was abusive to his wife. So the wife never had came to Asar, which is the brother of Set. And at the time Asar was the king, the first king of Africa. So when the princess come to the king and tell him, say, boy, your brother abused me, and I pure kick and licking every day, and I can't take it no more. Him, instead of sending her to his wife, the queen, I said, him fall in love with her. You understand me? And true, never did check for him brother already, because brother done did always a fight against him, and I said, boy, him supposed to be the king. So Asar did happy say him have one more grievance against him brother. To prove to the council, say, you know, him worthy more than him brother. So in the short story of it is him end up breed him sister-in-law and them have the child Ampoa. Them in the Greek, in the Greco-Roman language, they call him Anubis, representing the jackal. He's the one who created the science of embalmment, of burying. God choose out of well, you see the whole story come up. Now this is a mixture of story and of history and allegories and mythology all in one to teach you something. Because the whole is just like a story that when his brother said find out say him and him brother have him wife as a concubine and breed her, him end up killing brother. And the son grew and the son now end up have to bury him own father. The child of that. When he found out that Anubis was the son of his brother who was born out of wedlock with his wife. In kill him, and then the son ended up being the embalmer who actually buried his own father. You understand me? So it was really two man a fight. It wasn't the whole deception had nothing to do with the woman them. It's really two brother a fight over power. One of them Set, who's the god of war, and one of them Asar was the god of farming. He created organized farming. That's why they made him the king. He saved the entire African race from famine. They were always having famine because we were just foraging. We were going into the forest and picking things and wherever we could find it. He created organized farming. So them say, yo, you are the king, because you are feed with. Yeah, I know my youth can fight two lion and fight two invader, but why? Well, we can do that too. But we respect him as a war god, but we are starving and dead anyway. You know? So they made Asar the king over Set. I made Set the head of the military. But him feel like say boy him did better. So him overthrow him brother.
See. See,
But
so
eventually, they expel him out of Africa. They expel Seth out of Africa because of him not going to the council and giving his grievances. Him take it him take justice in him own hand, take matters in one and go slew him for him brother.
see, says
But
a
before him
Cain.
brother died, you have where the Jesus story come about was also materialized in the form of when before Asar died, him give him last seed and breath to him wife by having sex with her before him died. So he gave her the last breath, and then she was impregnated with a Heru. That's where European get the word hero from. That's where you get Christ. So when the father passed off, 9 months later, he's reborn or reincarnated through the womb of the goddess Haset, who gave birth to Heru, or what the European them call, or the Greek them call Horus. You know what I mean? But the African call him Heru. He's the one with the hawk. Right? This one you see on the US dollar. You know, but you know, the enemy know everything about the story. Let me laugh at it. Just sit down and laugh. I said, Lord God, the media can even do stuff in them culture we are around the world with tonight. We have them good. We have them fully and good. They can't believe it's so easy, Bridget.
So, all right, honorable priest. So what the eye is saying, I know that man is not weak to woman. Then
man is only weak to woman if they don't know themselves. And part of knowing yourself is knowing your story. You understand? When we read on a higher plane of understanding ourselves as God and goddesses, we admired the beauty, the physical beauty of the woman. But that was understood as a lower nature because remember, African spirituality is based on a concept of balancing the upper nature with the lower nature. Righteousness, upper nature, lower nature, ego. So you have to have your ego under full control, which is symbolized by your wood and a woman's vagina. So you have to have that under control. And the only way you can control that is to make sure so your upper nature is in charge of your physical body, which is symbolized by your brain, your heart.
So
Brain and your heart.
hold on there. I pray thee, pardon. So a man like Solomon now, him never have no control, you say.
A man like Solomon,
Yeah.
Represented the whole story of Solomon, which is plagiarized. It's
No, me
symbolized.
not hold on, honorable priest. Me know why you got this.
I'm explaining it to you. A man like Solomon is showing that he fell weakness to his lower nature.
Yeah.
You understand? But the only way you're gonna understand that he fell weakness to his lower nature and not to woman is if you know your story.
All right, so tell me the story, Tell me the story.
Your story is first taught by teaching you the concept of balancing Tefneteru. Tefneteru is the Nubian word for balancing the upper self and the lower self. And that is by you making sure you're in command of your wood and your feelings. You know what I say? Don't catch feelings. You have to in charge of your emotion and don't let your emotion get a hold of you and lead you into destruction. It's all about you, not the woman. That she has to do the same too. She has to make sure she can balance her lower nature and her upper nature rules. Because gods and goddesses on the earth. So we both have that same journey in order to reach to the point of when we drop our flesh, our heart is light as a feather. When you go on the scale of Lady Justice, which is my heart. But the enemy used him as Lady Justice, and we don't even know, say, a free ancestor Goddess Mahat, who wrote down the 42 laws of of Mahat, which was what do you call it there? Which was dictated by her husband Tehuti. He represents righteousness. She represents wisdom. Righteousness and wisdom came together and created humanity. So once you understand that life is about you getting control of envy, fear, jealousy, anger, and lust, which are the deviants of the lower nature, then you know, say, you know if you look for. You not even look for the woman, you look for her actions. You know, say it's you. You're the problem, not the woman. God make her beautiful and sexy. Why are you being lustful and envious and vain and yeah, you can look and admire, but you know, make it go too far. You have to try find out, is this woman coming beautifully disguised as Satan, or is she coming beautiful disguised as God? Even Emmanuel teaches you to check the spirit and know if it's of God. So it's about you. It's about you and man not falling. Why I think women don't respect us, and women don't even take blame for when a man fall. Cause I know that he never cared for her. And the pump from him that I look for. You can't feel sorry for Samson. He never cared for Delilah. If he did care for Delilah, he would have sit down and talk to her. Cause what the rap song say, it's about mind sex. We don't have to take our clothes off yet. Let's have a little reasoning. Let's drink some ginger tea, and let's eat some grapes. Let's cook a pot of food and let me get to know you. It's about mind sex. We don't have to take our clothes off yet. So even the modern day children, our modern day children, understand that from what we taught them, from what little we have left and what we taught them. That's why they make rap songs so great like that. That was made by dead president, by the way. But is to get back to the point. It's about us as men to not fall to the material world. Because because Samson lusted after Delilah. So it's not Delilah's fault. To slew him, because all he wanted was her physical. He didn't want her. All he wanted was her,
But what about Delilah's intent? Her agenda. Because
that agenda is irrelevant if he didn't have the weakness of the physical. Her agenda, she would have even told the enemy, "Yo, I can't get to that man like that because he ain't on that low vibration. He on a higher vibration. He gonna find me out. The first thing he's gonna do is sit me down and talk to me, and then he's gonna find out I didn't come there for no good intent. Because he like men, he like the God men. He knows his ancestors' teaching, so he's gonna be like the great God men who stands with his erect penis held with his hand, symbolizing I'm in control of my ego. I use it to give birth to my wife. I use it to impregnate my wife. I'm in control. It don't control me. That's why they use that symbolism of the God men holding his penis erect. Means he's in control.
So
That's
everything.
all on the walls of Kemet, on the walls of Nubia, walls of even Ethiopia, even though they have Christian symbolism on there now.
But you see, what happened to Samson was
Mhm.
a plot. It was a plot, 'Cause people did want
I agree
to
with you.
kill
There was a plot to
Samson,
overthrow. Yeah. hmm
for many reasons. You see me?
Yeah, but the main reason he was weak to the flesh.
So them know that the enemy know say, oh, okay. Him love woman.
Yeah. Love the big body girl.
So send in one pan him.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with loving the big body girl, you know. But you have to make sure you love the girl more than the body. Love the girl more than the pum pum.
Rasta.
Get to know the girl and see if you and her are compatible. Get to know if she is in your corner. Get to know if that daughter is a ride or die. Get to know if she's really in your corner and she loves you. Bro, if you ask her half of the prisoner them in a prison, why are they there? There's only two reasons: money and woman. Boy, I'm gonna do this thing, come and love my wife. And the reason why I'm gonna go and rob the bank, boy, you know, Salah daughter, they boy, I'm gonna love him. All goes back to a woman. A psychologist did a study. They went and interviewed hundreds of prisoners and asked them, yo, why are you really in jail? Let's see. We understand the crime you committed. You murdered somebody. You sold coke. But why are you really in jail? The whole points to a woman. Or, of course, money. If there wasn't a woman, it was money. But 50% of it was women. They were trying to please some women. And if you're trying to please a woman, that means you're just pleasing her physical. You're just in love with her physical. You're not in love with her spirit. Because if you and her spirit is in love with each other, she ain't gonna demand from you to go out there and do that. Even if she's not satisfied, she gonna make you feel satisfied. She gonna make you feel like, yo, baby, I'm satisfied. You don't need to do too much. I'm good, baby. I'll satisfy what you give me. I'll satisfy what we all right. We're gonna be all right. She's always gonna comfort you. She's supposed to be your comforter. And the only way she's gonna be your comforter is if you check her spirit and not her booty. Her booty gonna be there because black women are blessed. Women, period. They're blessed. Nature create them to be attractive to all men, whether you Chinese, European, Latino, white. Nature create all women of every ethnicity to be pleasing to a man. So naturally, you're going to be attracted to their body. That's just nature. That's what create procreation and make us come together to procreate. That physical attraction. So that's natural, but that's not where you start at. That's not where that's what attracts you. That's just the ignition that turns the car on. But you need to learn how to press the brake and the gas, and that comes with conversation. Getting to know a woman, you got to learn to drive, right? The only way you can learn to drive is to know when to press the brake, how to press the brake, how to put it in gear. That's driving. Takes conversation, conversation takes classes, lessons, takes time.
So if a woman not really depend your wavelength then as a
She's not
man.
even gonna make you even touch the clutch. God, when a woman ain't into you, she not have time to talk to you. She just fan you off. She tell he nerdy. He a geek. He just want to conversate. He ain't about this life. When a woman does that, if you rob you and thief you and sell her body to you, she ain't in no conversation with you. She don't have time because she got, Tom, Dick, and Harry down the block waiting on her. She don't have time. She need to make this money quick and on to the next. She don't have time. But when a woman check you, she laugh at everything you say. She love having conversation with you. She's sitting on her parents' stool waiting for you, and her parents' fence waiting for you on the walls. And when you pass by, you stop and talk to her till the moonlight come up. Then you tell her, all right, later, I see you later. And she, all right, see you tomorrow. And she go to bed thinking about you and all the funny things you told her. Eventually, y'all gonna have a baby.
Yeah, he's a good storyteller, my lord. Yeah, yeah, but I guess that is online still. For
Mm.
for man have that, attraction. You see me I say?
No, you need the ego because the ego is your weapon, but you have to have control of it. That penis is your weapon. The vagina is a woman's weapon because when the penis and the vagina get together, it creates life, and y'all go to war in that bedroom to make create that life. We go to war in that bedroom with our woman, and we both winning that battle to create life. So, but you have to make sure you do the planning for that battle. Like when they say when America go to war, England go to war, they plan it. They didn't invade Afghanistan right away. We ain't gonna get into the relevant of the whole war, but they didn't invade that place right away. They waited. They planned that war. That's what I'm talking about. You have to, if you really want to know if a woman is really for you, you have to check her spirit instead of her booty. Because if you check her booty, she gonna cut you loose. If she's a good woman, she gonna cut you loose. If she wanna teach you a lesson, she gonna drag you. She gonna drag you till you broke, and you can't blame her. Because the first thing she gonna say, "Oh, you please, all them they want that crotch. That never care about me. All
Rasta.
they want that crotch."
It's serious. It's serious. So would the I put down Samson as a Rasta man in a this time, yeah? Cause Samson was a Nazarene, Zine, according to the narrative, Zine, and is mostly Rastafari community that endorse, if I can use that word,
Mhm.
the Nazarene vow. You know what I mean? Where no trim and no shave and and not drink alcohol and not take things from the
Well, the
vine and
Nazarene vow, yeah, yeah, remember, everything within the Judeo-Christian perspective is a plagiarization of the Raharian theology. Amin Ra was the first Rasta man. He's the father of Asar. Jateuti, the first Rasta man. But Amin Ra is a child, so the first Rasta man. Physically, dreadlocks. So remember, the children of Abraham came to us and we taught them that, and they left with it. So then change the name to a more of a Arabic, to them Arabic languages from Iran and Iraq, and that's how it became. And the names are changed and the places are changed, the locations of every where everything took place. But they took the stories with them, but they just reset those stories in Mesopotamia and the Euphrates and Babylon, Mesopotamia and Babylon. You know, Ur of the Chaldees is in Mesopotamia.
seeing.
Ur of the Chaldees is right along the Euphrates and all of that. You know, so when they took that back home after they were expelled for allowing in their brothers, the Hyksos, to invade us. 'Cause you give somebody water and you give them one room to sleep in and food and house, and then him bringing in friend them come kill you off and rape off the pit. You have to run him out. So that's why they were expelled, because they were considered treason. They were unwelcome guests now. On disrespectful guests, treasonous guests, a guest that you treated like your brother. Even made one of Abraham's grandson them a what? A prime minister, a vizier. Joseph became a vizier. of the Nile Valley civilization. We gave them everything, and what they did, they betrayed us. That's why you had the Exodus. But the victors of a war become the writers. So they have black people. I think a lot of black people believe slavery, them deserve slavery, because them feel like say them did expel God Pitney. They feel like say them did this expel God Pitney them. They never expel God Pitney them.
So,
We
so
were God Pitney
the meek
that
shall inherit the
invited.
earth.
Hmm?
So the meek shall inherit the earth. Based
Oh, the weak are there.
based on where I said that, black people,
Mm.
you know what I mean,
Hmm.
hug up that because, in the long run, at them.
Yeah, yeah. Because of the invasion, because we, and it's not really them, it's because we have lost our story, then beat it out away. We don't know our story. We think our stories that start with Abraham, but we story not start with Abraham. The story
Them
start with Amin Ra.
say Abraham have many sons. Father Abraham, that is.
Father Abraham have many Asiatic sons. Remember, Abraham came into Africa as an Arab, and he left out of Africa as a mixed multitude. Because we intermingled with them, they had children with her. So it was a mixed multitude built Israel. And then out of that mixed multitude, a black king rose out of the mixed multitude when they established Israel. And that black king was named Solomon. And when they divided, when the Arab and the Persian ethnic groups in Israel did want to rule over the original black people, then we did save them in Africa from famine when them run from them homeland. What them do? Them divided Israel into Palestine and Judah. Judah was where Solomon was ruling in the south. And that's when them decided to come and realize, boy, we might even get kicked out of Judah too. When we go back down to Ethiopia and apologize to the goddess Queen Makeda, Queen of Sheba Makeda. Apologize to her for all my ancestors them did side with the visitors and take for them side in the invasion. We enslaved the whole away. And then him go down in Makeda, go down in Ethiopia at the time, which was Kush. That was because remember we were pushed from the north and then capture Egypt, and we are now ruling in Sudan and Kush.
See it.
And when you go down in Kush, which is modern day Ethiopia, and bow to the queen, goddess queen, Makeda, and beg her for a picnic, a unification picnic, so him can have a safe passage of his people, which is the black house of Israel, back into the land of Africa, because there was very becoming inhospitable in Israel, because the White House was chasing them out. So when him do know him bow to her, and she, because of her mercy and her love, just African mothers are just like that. African woman, very loving, very caring, very black people in general, we very forgiving. She said, all right, no problem. Here, pick me. Come, no problem. And he allowed her to impregnate her. That's why you had Menelik the first. And that allowed Beta Israel to come home now. Now they were polluted because they had the African spirituality mixed up with religion, which is Judaism, but they were still African, and we bring them home. And that's how you get the lineage, the Solomonic lineage now, added to the ancient Ethiopian throne. But that's not the first line of the Ethiopian throne. Ethiopian throne goes back thousands and thousands of kings and queens. And Makeda was representative of that. It's just that that religious system is more popular. The Judaism is more popular because that's a spiritual religion. That's the religion of the invader. So that's why that become more pronounced. Islam is the religion of the invader. Christianity is the religion of the invader. So Ethiopia was never colonized physically, and they never have to colonize them physically. Them don't catch them brain and them mind and their heart. America's motto is in war. The war doctrine is, in order to win the war, you have to win the hearts and mind of the people. If you don't win the hearts and the mind of the people, you cannot win the war. So they won the hearts and the mind of the Ethiopians. That's why they didn't have to lift a sword against the Ethiopians. They accepted Christianity. They accepted Judaism in order thinking that they would buy time to get rid of the invaders. But that didn't work because the Ethiopian population accepted Christianity so much that they rose up and said, our king is no longer our God.
So it's still a colonization. It's still a colonization then, in a sense.
Yeah, fully colonized. Ethiopia is more colonized than even us, because at least we're aware that we're actually colonized. They don't even know that they're colonized. Because the invader fooled them so much, they believe Christianity is the original religion. They thought that they were worshiping Christ originally and not the king and the queen. Is Rastafari bring back that tradition?
Seeing?
And worshiping the king and the queen as gods on earth. That's just African spirituality. Everybody have their freedom to worship how they want. But true African spirituality, we understand God is spirit and God is flesh. And God, the highest form of God in flesh is our king and our queen. Instead of the defender of the throne, the king now becomes the defender of the faith. What faith? The faith of the invader.
Interesting.
Now, why I think the emperor love we so much? That the emperor look and say, oh wait, look how them people are in Jamaica we getting slaves. Can't see me and then God. And see me people and when they are so with all the evidence, I look to Christ. And I look for me like say me an idiot. You know. But as a king, we can't too tough. Me have faith. In order for me to not be overthrown, I have to play along with whatever the people are into. A king is only as great as the intelligence of their people. You think Haile Selassie can come out and say, my God, to Ethiopian people, and a Jesus Christ a God? Would I hang him before we ever see him? He was born into Christianity, so he had to follow. He had to fall in line. If Haile Selassie was born during the time of Makeda, he'll be God Almighty on earth.
Seeing?
So that is our tradition.
So what about Solomon? Because alright, Solomon is of is the same lineage. Zin? It's the Solomonic lineage.
Solomon is the black house of Israel. He's a Judah, he's the black house of Israel, which is Judah.
But alright. Based on the narrative, Zin, because we have to check the narrative, whether it wanna say it's allegory or whatever, but we have to check the narrative. Zin, that is, for him fall was because him 700 wives that him have, and must 300 concubine or something like so. See? And in him old age, him him give up pan worshiping his God, Zine, and start to worship the God now of these foreign woman, according to the narrative, Zine, which was their God was not God of his God. They were what? Them did a worship Mitra or something like so. Whichever God them did a serve anyway. But him fall because him bow to him woman them God. How that work out? Or you see that in the whole thing? Because that is the Solomonic lineage, him a theme lineage that, but him still at the end brought down I don't know, by strange gods then.
But if you were following, you were following. But if you remember what we spoke about earlier, a few minutes ago, him already had lost the battle before him even reached the point of doing that, because he he was amongst the group of Africans that followed the children of Israel, which is the children of Abraham, out of Africa
See,
as the expelled mixed multitude. So they already was worshiping a strange God. Because you have to understand is the way we fell, was when we accepted a compromise with the children of Abraham. And the children of Abraham came to King Akhenaten and told him, look, we don't mind say yeah, God, we understand, but we feel left out. Cause everybody worship you. And the way all the line is set up, only black man can go up on the throne because it connected to one ancestor. The little shrine we don't have a pure black people we don't have in the shrine. A pure some whole black woman and some whole black man for a long time, well, no carving a wood and stone, and you don't have them pound no altar. And you say, a mommy Doris, a mommy this, a sister that, and blah 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 blah. A Sar, a Set, Segmet, Ampoa, Heru, Tot, Jehuti, Amin, Kefra, Kepri, Ptah, all of them African God. No Asiatic God, nothing from Mesopotamia. No. So it's like we feel left out. So guess what? Adnakatan. We are going to suggest to you, say, we have this sun as God. Just make the sun in the sky, God, and it shine from the whole away. Don't make it a color thing. We don't want it to be a racial thing. Just make it be the sun and it shine from the whole away. So, Fimi Pitney them can now marry into your family and then can have a chance at the throne. So I say, all right, to bring peace, we do that. Because we are loving people, we know how to live together in harmony. So King Adnakatan allowed the children of Abraham to be a part of the spirituality of Africa by stepping down as a living God and saying, I'm no longer God, I'm just the Son of God. God is the sun in the sky. God is not a living man. God is not the trees. God is not nature. God is not life itself. God is that sun, and it shines on the whole away. It's not in flesh. I am just a son. I am start Christian. I am get the white. I am get the enemy them. The idea about what you call it there, Christianity and Islam and monotheism.
see,
Time stop seeing God in everything. Me, you, the dog, the cat, the flowers, the trees, the apple tree, the ocean, which is God, life itself, nature. And we being the highest example of it on earth. the temple of God, man and woman. So him drop that status there and say him a just child of God. And everybody on earth a child of God, and the son is now going to be the symbol. So after when him drop that now, Abraham Pitney then come back to him and said, you know what? You need to tell the African them to take down all the symbol, all them ancestors them on the altar, and just have the symbol of the sun, so this thing can catch properly.
See, so them for dash for them spirituality.
Mm-hmm. And you know, cause
For
it's not
them
like say we did have
customs
different God, you know.
and
We never have a
traditions.
concept of different God, you know. We just respect the whole of we ancestors them as God. So you would have say whole of we ancestors them would have dip on the altar. You understand? Just like your family tree, you'll have picture of your family them in your house. Your grandmother, your grandfather, and things like that. And you give reverence to them. So the way how them destroy we and totally from this, may I explain to you when we lose power. This is what really was a nail in the coffin. Because remember, they've been invading Africa, the Nile Valley, for thousands of years, but we kept them away from us because of our strong spirituality by fighting for our king on the throne because he was God on earth, fighting for our queen on earth. Our queen was goddess on earth, equal to the king. Because certain times it was just a woman that was alive and worthy enough to sit on the throne. Like Exception, Queen T, they were there as goddess on earth, as God on earth. Wasn't even no concept of a goddess. The Perta Meru, it was called the Par Ankh. The Par Ankh was never, it was whoever it was. It wasn't like said, well, it was just a man. If it was a woman, she was the Par Ankh. So she was God for that period of time that she lived. And when she passed away, whoever else was worthy replaced her. You bury the man and the woman and you continue the plan. Because what are we a God? You just pick a new Godhead. So when they made a King Akhenaten, which European world love, they love Akhenaten, you know, Akhenaten is the one where finally allow them to take over Africa. So when they did this, they told Akhenaten to do a nail in the coffin action. Final nail in the coffin was, for thousands of years we had troops at the border in Israel, Saudi Arabia, preventing the other Arabs from totally taking over Africa. So what you know as Israel and Saudi Arabia, what we call it the Horn of Africa, we had troops there as a buffer. So anybody come and invade, we fight them over there. Like what America learned it from us. You take the war to the enemy. So them convince Joseph and them convince Akhenaten to bring the troops them from the border and bring them in a Nubia and Congo and go in a every village and broke down the people them altar and make them only have the sun as a symbol of God.
So
And the troops them
which
come in from the border and start go village to village and war with the people about their little symbol, their little ancestor, them when they have their little ancestor they have on the altar. And I mash down the people their ancestor them, and I mash down the people their altar and shrine them in their house.
yes, so no fetish priests and these type of things.
Yeah, but back then it was really, as I said, it was just symbols. The actual was little statues. The altars were all statues. We never have picture. We never have Kodak camera. There were
No
statues of
carving
our ancestors
image.
in wood.
No carving image of God and all of them somewhere.
That's how they came now. The children, the mixed multitude that got expelled when they went into Israel. They enact the laws to prevent us from going back into African culture by saying no graven images and no graven images and no what do you call it there?
Carving image.
And yeah, no graven image and no speaking in tongues, which is the African language. Right? So that's when they ban all of that. That's why even when they rose the calf, remember the golden calf is a symbol of the crown prince. That's the next in line. Because the Africans were trying to reestablish the kingdom of that they left in Africa. So the crown prince, you know, the calf, the golden calf represented that.
See?
So no going backward, going forward into the past. That we use forward, but I don't like the semantics of. I use the white man language. We have to stop this etymology stuff about. That's just me. Me personally, I don't deal with etymology. For me, for waste time, I try to correct the white man language. Me go learn for me one. Let me go learn for me one. Cause you can't correct somebody else's language, boss. There's a lot of people their language.
True.
If you're so serious in I understand why we did it, you know, that's the best thing we didn't know in Jamaica, we never know no better. But now that we know better, do better. Go learn African language. Okay? Yeah, go correct our next man thing. But anyway, that's something. But never say go backwards. We're going backwards. Because we don't like use backwards, we only go forward. I understand the whole allegory of it. But just to speak the white man language where we get enslaved in it. When we to going backward now to where me that talk about, King Akhenaten take the troops them from the border Africa. I war with the people them about the shrine them in their house. The enemy just stand up and say, boy, them border who there's no troops at the border, come we invade the little idiot them. The fool them have the damn border there. And they invaded us. And during that invasion, millions died. And Akhenaten was chased off the throne for being a damn fool. And his high priest had to run down into Ethiopia, and you know him high priest too. We call him Father Moses. I'm the one who translated 10 of the spiritual laws of man. 10 of the 42. That's where the enemy gets to create the 10 commandments. And he was in charge of teaching them the culture. And he translated 10 of them. Well, he translated all of it to them, but they only took 10 and mutated it to make it an imperialistic commandment instead of an enlightened commandment. Because the enlightened commandment was, I have not. That means that every morning I'm supposed to stand in front of the altar and tell my ancestors, I have not killed either star. And if I can't say that, I have to bow down and bawl and tell them what happened and beg forgiveness and go to Eiger Star family and pay them and tell them, so you do anything for solve the wrong when we do to Eiger Star. So every morning you have to repeat the 42 laws of God. I have not done this, I have not done that. But because our enemy is imperialistic, they have thou shalt not, meaning one man as a ruler telling the sheeps, a shepherd telling the sheeps, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that.
Hold on, my lad. It was this only in Kemet alone because...
No. There was no such thing. What you know is the modern day borders has nothing to do with Africa. Kemet is just what we use as a way of stating a location. This civilization started in the Congo. We used to look, our ancestors, when we prayed every morning, if you were in Kemet, you had to look to the south and pray to the Congo. And that is where Asar came from. That is where our ancestors came from. That's where Ra came from. So you turn to the beautiful southwest and bow down and pray. We look to the east because we are in the western hemisphere looking to Africa. But when they're in Africa, and when the ancestors were in Africa, in Nubia, in what is modern day Sudan, in Kush, which is modern day Ethiopia, in Egypt, which is in Kemet, which is modern day Egypt, they look to the south and bow down and pray 3 times a day to the mountain of the moon. The mountain of the moon is what you know of Kilimanjaro. And that is where we understand our ancestors first came up out of and populated the whole world. So once Adnakatan was overrun by the enemy because he took the troops off the border, the generals they basically executed him. And poor Moses, who all his staff, including poor Moses, who was the high priest, he had to run further south to Ethiopia. You understand? And then, of course, they put a symbolic king. I think it was Tutmoses. I think it was King Tut, you know, Tutmoses. Tutankhamun, not Tutankhamun, on the throne just as a temporary figurehead, but it was the generals were really ruling at the time because they were in a war now with the shepherd king called the Hyksos. Those are the descendants of Abraham, and that war has never stopped. That war is perpetual. That war is perpetual. You see it going on right now in Sudan. Right now in Sudan. Right now in Ethiopia. You have Egypt trying to pay off the northern Ethiopians. What do you call them? The war that's been going on in Ethiopia, where they're paying off those northern tribes to fight the Ethiopian government to prevent them from building the dam. The Arab, those are the children of Abraham. The Arabs are the children of Abraham, not us.
So
this is why they laugh at us. This is why they laugh at us. They laugh at us, say, winning. Like, them get together and say, boy, we're winning, boy. Damn, we winning. But they don't say, boy, they don't speak Pato. They speak straight up white language. Damn, we winning.
yeah, but the fight, you know, all right. Cause we are talking about Lower Nubia. Zin?
Lower Nubia is in the north, and the Upper Nubia is in the south. Because remember, the Nile ran up. The Nile ran up when you go south. So it was Lower Nubia was in Ethiopia. Upper Nubia is in Ethiopia. Lower Nubia is modern day Egypt.
Right. And you talk about Sudan. You talk about the war.
Sudan is the Arabic name
For Kush.
for Taiseti, which is the name. Taiseti is land of the bow and arrow. And Ethiopia is a Greek name for Kush. And Egypt is the Roman name for Kemet. We had various different city centers, just like how you have London, Gatwick, Heathrow, New York, Atlanta, Miami. A nation is built of various cities. We didn't say you have to see it like that. We're all Africans. We build cities all over Africa.
But Kush go a far away, my lad. You know, not just
Kush, and they were one. They were not separate. Remember, they were on what make it look like
it's a vast kingdom.
Huh?
No, I say Kush is a vast kingdom. It you know, it not just consists
No.
of.
The reason why you see it as a separate kingdom because when they took Egypt and when the Arabs took Egypt and took Sudan, we only had Kush, and there was a certain period of time we only had Nubia. We only had Nubia in Sudan, and we only had Kemet for a certain period because we were being isolated and separated. So the kings were only able to rule in this section. That's what they're doing in Ethiopia, in South Africa now. By letting the Zulus and Eswatini and the various different petty kingdoms have their own autonomy, so they can take the rest of the land. You understand me? But all of it was one because remember, all of them were united by kings and queens, and then you had a king of kings, which is the Paran. That's why you get the king of kings. You know, all of them agreed to have one leadership for security.
See it.
But there were, we all considered ourselves, you know, land of the Ka, the body, land of the great body, the Ka, which is the root word for Africa. You have the Afar people, you combine the Ka, you get Africa.
So
The Afar tribe
we come
in
by
Ethiopia.
we come by, you know, they kind of change up the whole dynamic of the program here, you know, my lad. You know that.
Yeah, because I always have to bring you back to one story.
Yeah, they kind of change the whole dynamic of the program. They have a
But it's
different
still
thing
a
set up,
Solomon
but
story.
yeah,
We
man.
can
But
say it
yeah,
was
everything
Solomon.
on course. Me not complain. I not complain. Me I complain, my lad. Else mother chop you off long time and I say, my lad, watch ya.
You know me already. You know me get chopped off. Me get chopped off from Bobo Hill. We get chopped off from Rasta. We get chopped off everywhere.
No, man, me can't chop off the eye, my lad. You're mad, man. Chop off where? No, everything correlate with what go on. So we give thanks. But yeah, the whole Solomon story, it
You alright?
gone on a different route, you know.
Just trying to open this PDF.
Oh.
Are you familiar with load reports
Yep.
and
Rasta.
basically hard landings?
Honorable priest, mute your phone, but if you have other
It
people.
wasn't a hard landing, right?
It was a firm.
Okay.
Me did I say if you mute you think, you know, so you did that reason still. But no, I was saying you should mute, because through me did that hear about the background.
Yeah, the plantation.
Okay,
But
seeing.
yeah.
Seeing. Yeah, they change the whole dynamic of the program, yeah, and yeah, Samson and Solomon kind of get, you know, put aside. You see me? But all right, not to stray from, you see me, the topic of the program. I still want to keep the topic. You see me? Because, you know, when...
I see him Samson and Solomon.
Yeah, man.
Scenario.
But watch here. In the Bible, what they do is, you know, them demonize the woman. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
Them demonize the woman in the Bible from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? From the beginning. And makes you look like say boy, she are the troublemaker. Make it look like say boy, the woman is the man's biggest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
That is how them depict woman in the Bible. Because all right, when you read Proverbs, Zine, which Proverbs is said to be a book of Solomon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Solomon was the wisest man themself on, you know, ever for walk the planet. Now, when you read Proverbs tell you how much you have to be careful a certain woman, you know. When you read the whole of Proverbs, it'll tell you how you have to be careful a certain woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a book from Solomon.
Mm-hmm.
You see me? But it's like Solomon never take no page out of Phoebe book. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
But the depiction of the woman still is that woman if you not be careful, woman will bring you down. That is the depiction of even Proverbs itself. You know, even though Proverbs meant to be a book that is with
But,
guidance.
but what did we reason earlier? That the enemy took our books and plagiarized it and realigned it from an enlightened perspective to an imperialistic perspective, where you have a shepherd talking down to a sheep. You understand? So when you read Proverbs, you have to read. That's why Prince Emmanuel teach you to rewrite the Bible. You know, if you write in one black book. Remember, Prince Emmanuel teach you to rewrite, and he doesn't ever tell you to rewrite the sacred psalms and solos. You know, he told us to rewrite your own Bible, go and study and rewrite your own history according to your ancestor. That Prince Emmanuel they tell you, as Bobo. You know. I tell me, don't bring the Bible back in Africa. And he said, don't bring the Bible back in Africa. And he said, don't bring the Bible with you. He said, don't bring the Bible with you back in Africa. That Prince Emmanuel tell me. Some boy because I'm in love with the Bible so much. Well, that's actually the day of redemption, you know, but nobody know when the day of redemption, you know. He really didn't mean when Shiloh come, you know. Yeah. Yeah,
They
really.
said, don't bring the Bible.
Hmm? Hmm? There's no there's no euphemism, there's no sarcasm, there's no allegory to it. It's just plain and simple. No bring the Bible back in Africa.
See it?
Because you were the living Bible. You are God. You have to tell your own story. You have to go and check your grandmother and your grandfather to teach you Fiwi African story then. That's what Bible is, you know, called books of history. So you have to check your history and not the enslavers' history. But away from that, let's do the subject at hand. You mentioned that they talk about demonizing the Bible. Remember we discussed that the Eurasian culture is based off of homosexuality. So in order to promote homosexuality, you have to demonize the woman. You have to blame her for everything. Africa had a balanced, enlightened spirituality where we understood God is in flesh in both man and woman, gods and goddess of earth.
Natural.
And our life's journey is to create, is to get our nature, our physical and spiritual nature, to be in harmony with each other, where we have control and balance of the upper and the lower nature, which is Teth Neteru, the spirit and the body. Movements of the gods and goddesses, the spiritual movements of the gods and goddesses.
Spiritual and temporal.
So you had our Sema, our Smaitawi, meaning the upper and the lower. What the Chinese and the Asians have called the yin and the yang. The yin and the yang. That's what that's our Asiatic children that came to Africa and learned about our spirituality. And they translated Tefnutaru or the Smaitawi or Sema is another Metrunyetan word, because we had a language in the Nile Valley which was made up of Kemet, Nubia, Nubia, Kush, and Punt, and many other civilizations, Waset, many other city centers, as I would call them, because they weren't separate civilizations. One civilization was along the Nile and all of Africa, past the Congo, all the way down to the Great Zimbabwe. So the spirituality that we had was based on you having you getting control of yourself. It's about it's a fight for you within you, not the woman. She has to fight for her spirituality as well. I can't save you. You can't save me. I could just give you a few words of word stone of power, but you have to see it yourself.
Naturally.
And that's what it was all about. It wasn't about the woman, as I said. It's the invader made it about the woman because he was a homosexual.
See,
And the only way he can rule is to demonize a woman. Must cuss her.
yeah, the depiction, because when you look upon Jezebel, even though these are figures, are
Mm-hmm.
characters, in the Bible, where the depiction of them, is some gruesome depiction. You know what I mean? Them
Mm-hmm.
deal with
Mm-hmm.
some
Mm-hmm.
some serious thing as a woman, and I guess I don't know if
Mm-hmm.
woman have those type of tendency that
Okay,
um
okay. If we had a satanic compliment, if you had a compliment, since we're dealing with balance here,
mm,
what's the compliment of why didn't they give you the compliment of Jezebel?
as a man,
Mm-hmm.
interested. Some man have the same tendencies and attributes.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Who more whoring than man? Who more whoring than man? Who more
No, it's not a joking thing.
who can be more wicked than man? When man ready to be wicked and evil. Hmm? You have man in a prison and rape after one another. You have a man before he kill, he broke in a house in a Jamaica, man in a Jamaica, some so-called bad man. You know, bad man rhyme about him, man. But anyway, we go on. But you have a bad man, a so-called bad man in Jamaica. When they broke in your house, they broke in a certain people's house. Then put the woman on top of the man and rape after the woman and then kill after all of them. I'll cut them short and put the baby in the mother lap. And you talk about Jezebel? Come on, man.
No, it's serious. It's serious.
We all have low. We all can be just as evil.
Wicked
Of
at all.
any other like any other man. Wicked. We all have our lower natures can take over and rule us to the extreme of extinction. Is King Asar Awusar lustful actions instead of instead of nurturing and counseling his brother's wife who was being abused by his brother and sending him to him wife a set to counsel the daughter and protect her. Him go and use him kingship and have a romantic affair with her, which wasn't helping her in her condition, and impregnate her. And that caused already in brother who never liked him to kill him, to try and kill him off, end up killing him. And then his brother got expelled out of Africa and they got raped by the Neanderthals and created the white race, the Indian race, and the Chinese race. They created Indian, Asians, and Caucasians. And then all the derivatives, Latinos and Arabs. So it's because of that one African fight between them two brothers, you know, where you get the Cain and Abel. But the Europeans, they get the Cain and Abel story. They created the Cain and Abel story out of the battle between Asar and his brother Seth. And that's where they get the word Ansar in Arabic, and they get the word Satan in English.
But you know, today, that story there is as you know, as weaponized now as them character there to be Anunnakis, you know, my lord.
No. Whenever the enemy sees that you're getting close to your story, you know, him take it out of space.
That
And
is
go
what may I
fly
say.
out of space.
That is the thing what may I say. It's been weaponized
But
today.
that only work on individuals that don't know their original story. Once you know your story, the anarchy story and the Illuminati story and the space alien story creating the pyramids, once you know your story, then something they don't even bother you because I don't listen to anarchy stories. Those are just what do you call it? Those are just distractions. That's it. That's the white man trying to distract from being blamed. That reptilian falsehood, that reptilian paradigm. Oh, they're reptilians. That's trying to take the white man out of the picture and make we think of some lizard. Some lizard you hybridize human being. When it's really just a regular man where we are looking at his face from
So
Selena
we're
Hill.
there. So all of them black scholars here now, all of these black scholars, black African American scholars that we see on the Tube here and other platforms, you know, endorsing, you know, this old Sumerian theology and mythology and story. What are these virgins? You know, what are they? Because they are pushing this narrative, you know, them are run with the story.
Involuntary and voluntary or paid CIA agents. Involuntary or voluntary or paid CIA agents. But because I don't know them business like that, I don't know them pocket like that, I can't say which one of those categories they fit in. Well, at least someone who's getting paid, at least they might get something for it.
See.
Because they know the truth, you know. Have to get that far now, you know, the Anakian theory and getting to the whole the mythology that they created. They had to know the truth. You understand?
See.
But they're being paid to distract the population. Tell them, see, in the 80s with Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark and Dr. Chancellor Williams and Dr. Van Sertima, Dr. Diop, Sheikh Ante Diop, they see with these individuals, Joy Leary, and all these other female scholars, they saw during the 80s, the 70s, and the 80s, and the early 90s that they were leading the black population to them truth. They were leading them to the reality. They were leading them to the truth of them ancestry. So they needed to do something in the 90s and the 2000s to distract the African population, bring them back into confusion, bring them into mythology and total la la land. This whole Anuki and the whole Illuminati conspiracy theory paradigm has made the entire black population, not the entire black, most of these youths gone cuckoo for cuckoo puff. No scientific theory, no historical study, no pattern of what would I say, factual evidence, documentation of trying to seek out factual evidence. Just wherever me see on YouTube. All the truth, man. Yeah, man. Me believe him. And the enemy loves that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. I
Enemy
tell you.
like, damn, I don't even have to fire a shot. I don't even have to use shit.
Confusion.
Dumbass Negroes.
Confusion, man. Me I tell you. Yeah, me see it, you know, me see it a play out still. You know, I'm
When
observing.
the truth is just right there. It's right there in Ethiopia and Nubia, in Sudan, in Egypt, and all the way down to the Congo, all over Africa, you can see. Because if you just study African culture, all of the basic, the stories are all the same, you know. It just have the different name and a different place. If you study the stories of the Yoruba religion of the Ifa religion, it's the same story. Let me just explain to you about Asar, Set, and Heru. But they just have different names. As a matter of fact, the Yoruba believe that they came from Kemet, they came from Ethiopia. They'll tell you they come from Ethiopia. The Ethiopians, the Ghanaians say they come from Ethiopia as well, and they'll tell you that their gods are also descendants of Asar, Aset, and Heru. They'll tell you that the gods are descendants of Amun Ra. So all the stories, they're just different languages, and they might have different names, but they're all the same story. The pattern of the story is the same in Africa. So we're all one in Africa. We're all one spirituality. But what makes the confusion is Christianity and Islam, the two religions of the invaders. Judaism too, but Judaism kind of just control the economy. They don't really care about sharing their religion with nobody. They just want wealth and money. But Judaism, they're the first invaders. You understand?
But Judaism a
The
come
Jews,
out of Judah.
exactly. That's why it's called the Black House of Judah. The modern day Israel is the White House of Judah. But remember, back then, the Black House of Judah was more African than the modern day Black Hebrew. Because when Judah came out of Egypt, remember, they erected the graven images. They started erecting the same cultural tradition of ancient Africa in Israel, with the golden calf and the graven images, and speaking in their language, which they call speaking in tongues, but speaking in their language is the metrieta, what the European call the hieroglyphs. And the ancient Sudanese, they speak. And people all the way in the Dogons in West Africa speak as well. So that the language is spread all over the continent because we travel.
Saying.
And
Interesting.
even down in Jamaica, as much as we battle blues, just through inspiration, it rise out away with dreadlocks and the concept of God is man. Man of right is God in flesh. Woman of right is goddess in flesh. Man of wrong, a woman of wrong is Satan, and Satan is in flesh. same culture where you can read in the Perth and Meru and off of the pyramids there. But
Interesting.
despite the slavery, despite the beating, it still rise up in a yard.
It's a DNA thing.
It's a DNA thing.
Engraved within our DNA. Yeah.
That's why Emmanuel said, well, we are God, man. Well, we are Selassie.
Yeah.
You know much man they want to trim when they say Selassie I physical in the boat, Emmanuel they say, don't worry about that, man. All our way are God, man. All our way are highly Selassie, man. But they want you to stick to that Judeo-Christian paradigm that God is only in one man.
Yeah.
So all you have to do now as an enemy, the enemy just have to get rid of that one man, to just destroy the whole of the unity, whole of your spirituality, and set the whole nation confused now, sitting and waiting for a new savior. And the savior is sitting right there. We are looking at each other. You are, I mean, I only you can save me. Only I can save you. Only you can save yourself, and me can save myself. Same God in me.
Yeah.
Same God in you. Same God Emmanuel. They are so I talk to you. Me I talk to Emmanuel. When you love the man teachings and the man culture, are the same God, and He never created. Ethiopia are the one and two thing as a little Rasta man when he see the Ethiopian Orthodox Church come to Jamaica and he put two and two together and he said, oh yeah, that's we something this. Put two and two together. And him build a priesthood from when he learned the Ethiopian Orthodox. And when he learned from the whole African, then we bring African spirituality through the Bakongo tradition of the Kumina and the Poko, what we call Pokomania. Even though it's totally plagiarized with Christianity, but the culture remain African.
John Kuno.
Emmanuel grew out of that culture. All the Rasta man them grew out of that culture there. The drum sound, the Nyabingi drum sound, which were originally a woman. You see all the homosexual Christianity, Christian paradigm of the Bible demonized. We even condemn the woman then from playing the drum, and it was a woman, Queen of Uganda, that established Nyabingi. And them did first go around the drum and say, boy, since Lord Kitchener of England kill off the one of the warrior, we the woman are going to take up the drum them now and knock them and unite the people and go to war with them. At first it was against her husband who sided with the British. Her husband betrayed the people and sided with the British, and she made a pact amongst the women then to fight against him. And then men joined with her again. You understand? And that I even bring it full circle. He allowed the woman them to minister right in front of the altar. Every celebration where we had Empress Menen there, Marcus Garvey there, different days, woman them minister too. That's why I'm called a woman and a man kingdom. Can't get more Kemetic or Nubian or Cushite than that.
Yeah, reality. Reality, my lad. Full circle. You're right. Yeah, looking at it. So I don't know the culture wide and broad, you see me I say, but I think most of us
conversation and them free that,
yeah,
CIA and MI5, them some of them free that. We open a book. When the black man open a book, I got him free that. You know where about you knowing of the fire gun? That's nothing to him. Time have more bullets than we.
Yeah.
All them bullets them have serial number upon them too. So if your bullet not a serial number, you got jail. So don't worry about your bullets and my bullets. Don't worry about we open a book and sit down across each other and study. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah, reality.
You start study yourself, And when
Yeah.
we say book, let me specify that a book other than the Bible and the Quran and the Torah. Anything other than the Bible, the Quran and the Torah, they're afraid.
But you see, the Bible, is so spectacularized, if that is even a word. Them
No. I have that book. I have that book in my library. I have the Torah in my library. I have the Quran in my library. But the only way I can understand them fully is by understanding where me and you are talking about now. Freeway story. Once you know your story and your people's story, you can better understand who wrote the Bible and why, and your ancestor story that's been plagiarized in it. So every time you read the Bible, you just laugh and say, "Well, I don't feel with
but
something. Take hand and come."
yeah, but here I know, my lord. See,
Mhm.
because within Rastafari, within the movement,
Mhm.
we always revere back to His Majesty say him glorifying of the Bible, and we should read the
I'm
Bible
glad
and
you
thing.
said that. I'm glad
You see
you
me, I
bring
say?
that up.
So,
I'm glad you bring that up. I'm glad you bring that up.
but
I'm glad you bring that up.
what does His Majesty really mean? Does
Me
a
say
one
me
really
glad you bring that
understand?
up.
You know what I
Me
mean?
say me glad you bring that up. You know, you're my brother, my beloved brother. Me glad you bring it up.
Mm.
That was serious conversation that I could just nip in the bud in one sentence or two. You ready for it?
Go through, man.
I know His Majesty. Rise up, Rasta. His Majesty is just a symbol where we, old dirty, big nose, big lip, black face, old dirty slave in Jamaica, we say we pretty and we beautiful and we strong and we are African gods and goddesses, and we are going to take that thing here where Marcus said crown in Ethiopia, and that's where dirty stinking Elizabeth, and put him as we God. And we make Selassie with God. And Selassie never had nothing to do with Rastafari theology. How we create the theology, how we create the religion. And it wasn't our creation. It's just a revival. It's just a revival from out our DNA we just talked about of the ancient African tradition. It just happened to rise up in Jamaica
Yeah.
because of the satanic conditions where the enemy had us living in. So, where they are going in a Selassie culture and where him did as Selassie was just trying to maintain his rulership because him people were Christianized, were already colonized in Christianity by the enemy. So he had to talk the talk.
Mm.
A people make a king great, not the king. Only way a king is only as great as his people. If him people are a bunch of dunce bad colonized people, I say, Papa Jesus, they are going to remain dunce bad Papa Jesus worshippers. I know the Ethiopian people say, Selassie, a king, God and king. A dreadlock Rastaman in Jamaica say it. Because in Ethiopia, they'll tell the king straight up, you are only sitting there waiting on Christ. You're just the defender of Christ's throne. You are not God. They will tell him that. And we in Jamaica say, no, he's a God Almighty part. And his new name is not Jesus Christ, it's Rastafari.
Rastafari.
And we write that the theology there. How Selassie I come and bless it. And the way he come and bless it, him load up him airplane, he load up him airplane with people and fly come to Jamaica and say, yes, my people. Me wish for me people them in Ethiopia, the rest like you know, special African. Me have to come and see you know.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Rasta man, them
man.
sell off.
Yes, man. Me wish for me people them they know me the way you don't know me. I know the tradition. That one can see the Ethiopian king is God from them time to this time. Slavery never catch them in all I know. But them say the closest to you cannot see your greatness, but the one far away will see it.
True.
That had nothing to do with what Selassie I said. Selassie is a symbol of Rastafari that we chose as our deity because of the throne that he sat on. And if we can grow out of the Bible, you will understand that Menelik is that same deity. All of the kings before him and him was the same deity, and the queen all the way down to Queen of Sheba and beyond and before as a perpetual reincarnation of the same God on earth. And we are their children, and they are the Godhead. It's not that they're better than us. We choose a God amongst us. That is being civilized, you know. That is being sophisticated and advanced. When you can choose one amongst your brother and your sister to be your leader, that is true sophistication and civilization and unification and discipline. You can take your little petty grievances and put aside and say, you know what? Not true. Can we choose either star as we king? Yes, star. We know His Majesty not dead, you know, but you know, you not see him in the seat, you know. You have to pick somebody, you know. That's true.
No, but some Rasta man are gonna say, no. All the highly alone sitting on it, you know.
Because they not understand, say, we are gods that have dropped thousands of flesh and reincarnated back into thousands of future flesh and flesh that is not even born yet through the womb of the holiest womb on earth, through the womb of a black woman. But you're not going to find that in the Bible.
Well, you're not gonna find even some Rasta say that either.
Yeah, because they're biblically born. They biblically they hope you do the Bible. Hope the Bible have taken hold of them. Them biblically possessed by the Bible.
Even some of my man them will burn the Bible. It like it over them.
Of course. They can't broker from that. They can't broker from that. You can't broker from that. Me, no. It don't take away the divinity of His Majesty to say that in drop flesh. That make him more divine. And drop flesh and he's still God. If Marcus drop flesh and Selassie I drop flesh. If Marcus drop flesh, if you admit that Marcus drop flesh and you admit that Emmanuel drop flesh, who's Selassie I? Because him light skin. Me know me touch a can. Me know me touch a can. Selassie is the same God. Just like me and you.
But someone ever said, no, His Majesty is the supreme creator. You can't mix up. You can't mix up His Majesty with me and you and all of them things there. You know, His Majesty
because I'm looking
different.
at it from a biblical perspective. Where the white man tell them what the creator is. Or you can create without woman. Emperor Selassie and Empress Menen. And that the symbol of the creator. You can't have the symbol of the creator without having a woman. It's mother of creation, father of creation. You put two of them together, creation. See creation there. Once you put in a little baby, a ball, so you get creation. Or Selassie I can create in a woman. With the womb there. In seed, you have to put the seed in a dirt. You know? You have to put the seed in some good soil, you know. With a good style there. The good style is a woman of an African woman. And she is a goddess, she's a
I'm
queen.
telling you.
Huh?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
100% right there.
So I'm not taking away anything from Selassie. You understand? Is the revival of that great ancient African kingship that the Africans them in Jamaica rose up again. You understand? There's nothing taken away from Selassie. But you see, the enemy wants you to see one man. Because once you only see one man, there can be no other man. The mission is 20 years and 100 years in advance. They might try to stop the thing. They don't want the thing to continue. It's in them want me I used to say, boy, the king on the throne or hear me Selassie or whatever other royal family in Ethiopia. They don't want that. They want if you stop it at Selassie. They don't mind you praising Selassie. I know because Selassie physically cannot visit the White House right now to represent us. That is the reality.
So, all right. According to the narrative then, in the Bible, Zine, where it say, after His Majesty, Zine, or after Christ, there shall be no other one that will sit on the throne of King David. So, His Majesty...
So what they do with that Pope? So what the enemy do with that Pope?
Eh?
What the enemy do with that Pope?
A Pope?
If that's so true. Yeah, what them do with that Pope? The Pope represents Christ on earth. So what am I do with that Pope? What am I do with that Pope? You see, them tell we that story, but them not follow it. Them not follow it.
No, but the thing is Rasta. The thing is Rasta all to that though. That is the thing,
Yes,
Rasta.
because Rasta was colonized and enslaved into Christian slave ideology. Before them even rise up in a Rasta, the only book that they were taught to see themselves in was through the Bible. So the Bible was set. Rasta was defeated before it was even started because the only book the black man was using was the Bible. So it depends on how obvious you is in the Bible. Determine how far you can actually reach in Rastafari. Rastafari is the journey of us trying to find ourselves,
Yeah, and the Bible,
the journey.
the Bible as as one sect within Rastafari, then Bobo Shanti, if I can call it so, is in book and Bible. No, me I say about one sect within Rastafari, which is the Bobo Shanti order. Seeing?
Bobo Shanti was the closest to the Kemetic spirituality,
But is still in book and Bible.
No. It's two parts of Bobo Shanti. You have in book and Bible.
Yeah.
And you have prophecy and history.
All right.
That's why the man them, but in book and Bible man them used to cuss the inner courts man them. Because the inner courts man them was prophecy and history. The whole of them went to City College in New York and sat at the feet of Dr. Clark and Dr. Ben. So when they hear Prince Emmanuel say him was God, they say, whoa, the black man I say him a God, it's a lightning ball. And they must say, yo, all of the black people, my God, that me used to hear up at City College, that me used to hear up in a Hunter College from Dr. Clark, Dr. Ben, and them, and they studied ancient, Ethiopian history and ancient Egyptian history. But let me check that man. I see what that man is here. Yo, we never see a Rasta man talk, so. Let me check that bridge in here. I mean, youth black faith. I mean, Bongo Watto came close. Bongo Watto came close, with youth black faith. Because remember, they originally said, man is God. But then he got frightened. He get frightened and just divert right back to the Bible again in the last days. Prince Emmanuel just hold firm.
See it.
Prince Emmanuel just hold firm and say, yo, never thrown for Selassie, never thrown for me, I never thrown for Marcus, I never thrown for the Empress. By the way, I just start coming at the palace and sit down, because I see him throne for Marcus and Selassie. I see you too, my son. Come sit down in your throne. Because when me gone, when me dead and gone, I just start, you. Yeah, the more time people say thing, Emmanuel used to teach really.
All time saying. Yeah, well, Rastafari is what we can see is a in-drenched Bible movement. You know what I mean? Is not just Bobo Shanti or 12 tribe. As much as.
I didn't say that.
No. I not say the I
Never
said that, I not say the I said that. I'm not saying that. Because I say as much
I
as.
agree with you. We found our way out of. We found our Africanness through the only manual that was taught on the plantation, which is the Bible. We
Yeah,
found the
but
blackness in it.
as
But
much
it wasn't
as.
enough. You had to go. You had to be brave enough to go further to really free yourself. Because if you only dealt with the Bible alone and not with the DNA in your ancestor, inbred in you through the DNA, through birth, and through inspiration, and your gut feeling, and your brain, the free thinking of your mind, even if you never read a book yet, or you never talk to them scholars that we mentioned earlier, you would be able to know. You have to have that bravery, no fear.
Yeah, but
to question the so-called God of the Bible and question the Bible itself.
This is what I'm saying is even most of the man them were burn the Bible, zin, and lick against the Bible. Even them revert back to the Bible. You see me I say? Which
because they have not found their way back home yet.
It's because you are the thing, It's because that's what I mentioned about what His Majesty saying, Zin, and even when His Majesty said that, a lot of ones, them, I think because of pride and I try to say, all right, we're firm, we're firm, yes, so, and we're not go, we're not go say, boy, we deal with the Bible, cause I don't know, Christian thing we are deal with. You see me? But when you check the whole thing, it is based upon a Christian type. You see?
Do you know that the throne of the Asantehene, the king of the Ashantis, is called the Rainbow Circle Throne? Do you know that he's God on earth? According to the Ashantis, this is why you have to send troops into Ashanti region when he passes away, because the people then we go mad to the point where they start even kill off themselves. They want to go with him. Do you know that the language that they speak when the Ethiopians and the Ashantis they meet, they speak a similar dialect? Do you know that all the kings of Africa in Nigeria and all around, they have the same similar cadence and formal ceremony, just like the ancient Ethiopians and Nubians? Do you understand that Kwame Nkrumah built a palace for Haile Selassie because he understood that Haile Selassie was the king of kings and the Ashanti and all the Aquapim king, the Fanti king, the Ewe king, all of them bow down to Haile Selassie as being the ancient king of kings. Had nothing to do with the Bible. That is just ancient African tradition before the white man come. That is what we as a people need to be aware of that. Before the white man come with the Bible, we were living the Bible in the sense of worshiping God in flesh. If you go now to the Garden State in Kumasi, in the Kumasi city, the Garden State of Kumasi City, the Garden City of Kumasi in central Ghana. You go into the palace of the Shantaine, you'll see them embalmed in honey and precious oils. You'll see many of the kings before them embalmed, just like the ancient kings and queens in Ethiopia and what the Europeans call Egypt, which is formerly Lower Nubia or Kemet. Feel story, and the same story. Just like the Ethiopian kings are all buried inside of that church that is now Christianized. Before it was Christianized, that's how all the kings were buried. They took on the colonizers' deity, but kept their tradition. But that's not enough to unite them because the fact they took on the colonizers' deity, their people now don't recognize them and don't see them as the gods on earth.
Yeah, well, I don't know how it gonna work because watch here, you know, the
You know how
majority,
it gonna
the
work, man.
majority
You
of
know how it gonna
African
work.
people, my lord, they're in Africa.
Are people like you?
See?
Are people like you? We're brave enough to learn the fundamentals of broadcasting and allow madman like me to get the opportunity to speak the truth about Black African history. Because you have to be a madman to speaking like me. Because you lose friend and you can even lose your life. To speak about culture
Well,
and regulate African culture
them say
like this.
them say oppression make a righteous man go mad,
Him only will go, the righteous man will only go mad if him don't know himself.
No, but true, you
So
say
once
you
he
was a
know himself, we
madman.
know say him a go mad,
No, true, you say you was a madman still, but me I say a
No, no,
true.
no, no, no. I'm using it as a colloquial term because
Me know, man.
Jamaican society call every Rasta man mad.
Me know. Yeah, but it's oppression. They said
Of
oppression.
course, it's
Why?
oppression.
Yeah.
No, it's not your oppression, You know what it is? It's when you believe there's no way out of the oppression.
Yeah. Well, if you back a lion against a wall and him not have nowhere else, wait, him go and jump at you. You leave him with no other else.
Boy, I wish I was brave as a lion. Because when you back way a wall, we just submit.
Marcus said we're not gonna know ourselves until our back is against the wall. I guess. I don't know.
Well,
Our
right
back.
now we're back through the wall and I roll down the gully. And we still have to say, Lord Jesus, help me.
Yeah,
We
well,
still
I
have
don't
scream for
know. I
Jesus
don't know
help.
how much Lord Jesus I gonna save. You know what
No,
I mean?
I totally get what you're saying, and I understand what Marcus said, but I think our back already gone through the wall. The only thing can save we is right now. As simple as it may seem, and it may even seem that is not effective, but it is. Because what you're creating is a library, You're doing a digital book, by all of these programs that you're doing. There's a future generation of African youths that are going to say, what is I just start things about? And we'll listen long after we gone, And that will be the matches, the fire starter. Will rise up a generation that will free themselves.
See?
This is why I say the enemy is fearful of these type of conversations more than some gun, more than some protests in Kenya or some riot in a Missouri.
It's true. It's true. It's 100% true because no, if some people are scroll through YouTube now and see all 10,000 people there on the live, them go and join. Them are go join it. Cause them 10,000 people there over here. What I just talk with on a chat boss, so that 10,000 people there over there, so. See, but when them marginalize, the platform and all it, you know what I mean? Then the people is uninterested. The people who should really attract, you see me I say, good scroll past it.
Yeah, but it takes time, It takes time, That's why we still have to be using all the different means of media, not just this digital media. So we still have to put these shows on CDs and tapes and hand them out or sell them not in the normal grassroots way. Like how you just sell a book.
Rasta.
You still have to put in one CD case and one little Max Memorex tape where we used to listen to any form of media on a record, wherever. And also written, the transcript, print out the written transcript. We are printing out the written transcript of all your shows. Or the pertinent shows that you want to get to the youths. And they'll seek it out. Because all you need is one spark, Because the generation is getting, the new generation, they don't know the way. But they know, say, Bible and hymn book is not the way. Them fed up with it. They are ashamed of it. This is why we lose so much youth to Rasta, within Rasta. What if we picking them cut off the dread collar and say, oh yeah. And the same Jesus thing where we not tell if because I got to not really deal with. When you just call him Selassie and Emmanuel and Marcus. Not this year, man.
For real.
So the youth them know say the Christian way didn't do nothing for them parents. So they know that is not the way. But they what they're gonna do, drop them dropping that, but they're seeking for the truth. They don't know where it's there. But they must seek it. It's for me and you to make sure it is available, readily available for them. In all different means.
Yeah, well, we are doing best.
All we are doing is just take the baton from Marcus and Emmanuel and Selassie and the ancestor them, and we are trying to pass it to the next generation, which is the knowledge, We just pass the knowledge like a baton runner,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the next generation, well, them have to come take the baton. So, we have to do our best right now.
Yeah, we have to make sure we secure the baton and it properly pass. And if they're available, even if we drop the baton, we have to make sure there's a baton there. So if it drop, a man can run and pick you up and continue the race. You understand me?
Not sure. The journey
But
continue.
it has to be a baton. Has to be a baton in the form of knowledge.
Yeah.
Knowledge of self, knowledge of our ancestry. You know? Because as we say, Rasta is a journey from slavery back home to our African spirituality. The Bible are the thing where kind of our roadblock, or the bumping of the road, I don't want to trip we up. The Bible I don't want to trip we up, make we fall down and bust up our face. But we have to get up and, you know, wipe off our face and say, all right, I can't. I kind of confused in other part, yeah, but I got to keep running. Coming down, me find my way. As long as we keep running.
Yeah, well,
running is the seed of knowledge of self.
yeah, well, the youth them, is more critical today. I think more than how we was, and even the previous generation, before us.
Yeah, man. Me and them get along. Cause first of all, them comfortable around me because me not try to make them grow them natty or turn high or rare. Me just want to have a conversation with them. From me and them I have conversation and a reason, and them I ask me, say, what that mean? What this mean? That sound different. That different from the Bible story. From me have them in another zone there. Me know me and them good. They say, Ras, you different, aya. Yeah, man. I like the knowledge there. You know, say them I will pass the baton, you know?
Yeah, it's imperative, my lad. Yeah, because as I said, the youth, them more, they're more open, Them question everything, you know what I mean? Yeah, them not just a settle for, some Jesus story. You know what I mean? Yeah, Jesus, who that? Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, man.
And yeah, that that are the when I say one shouldn't know about these, about these things. One should know. One should read the Bible
Yeah,
and
you
get
have
an
to know.
understanding. You know what I mean? Of
You
what
need
it
to know the Bible, because what if you're reasoning with your sister and your auntie them? You need to know the Bible.
yeah.
And that's what we're raised on. And you need to know all of that. You know what I mean?
So it's not for say why, these things are not important, or they're not, relevant.
No, man. Because remember what I said. It is our story written in their language and their narrative. So it's still our story. But you have to find yourself in the story by learning your history, so you can find out and say, oh, yeah. My ancient father, the money I talk about. And look on him real name, look on him original name, yes, and look where him really come from. He never come from land of the Ur of the Chaldees. He come from down in the Congo. He come in some areas in Uganda and Sudan and Ethiopia.
But
so
all right.
in Ethiopia.
You're the thing too. Because you have, even though Africa is a place where the Bible and the Quran, Zine, is their most important books, right? Because of the religions. Now, you have certain place in Africa now where them not see Quran and them not see Bible. You know what I mean? Like the Bantu, Bantu people them. You know what I mean? Them not recognize these things none at all.
Need to study.
You see me? yeah, Bible and all these foreign things, you know, them not see it. You know,
What them
is
call the pagans.
so
And them people culture we need to study, because when you study those people culture, you'll see them living out the very stories that are written on the pyramids. You know, I can send you a picture of a Bantu tribe with the same ibis, the ibis bird crown, that when you look on the pyramid, that the god, what the Greeks they call Tut, but his name is Jawuti. We good?
see,
One's coming in now? It's done?
yes, Bobo.
You mean you can't go?
Yes, honorable family. Yeah, while the priest that they are reason upon him job. Yeah, you know, a 3 hour we meant for there for still, really and truly. You know, we're gone over 3 hour. We you know, we did have a different thing line up, but you know, the whole dynamic of the show, you know, kinda, you know, I wouldn't say change, but you know, yeah, more informative, you know, yeah, to what I would have what I would have present still, you know. So, but we give thanks, you know, we give thanks.
Rastafari, you know, the inspiration of the ancestors, you know, them a drive, you know.
Yeah, yeah, man, we give thanks because you know some of the time I know we really set out for yeah, for really do, you see it, but we did something and that is important, you know. Yeah, and it wasn't just anything. Yeah. So we give thanks and honorable priest. Yeah, we know we can
And
go
we give
on and
thanks to
on.
the eye patience and the eye, you know, the opportunity with the eye give and still, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, this are our thing, you know, my lad. You see me?
Yes, my lad. But, you know,
I
the eye is a leader. The eye is a leader. The eye is a driver. You know.
yeah, I just a drive, my lad. You see me? Yeah, I just make sure I say the thing I run and you know.
I'm
And
glorifying that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Despite you know the whatever, I'm glorifying that, my lad. It's great works the eye doing, because you know, yeah. You know, some you know say the road sometimes rocky and sometimes even say, boy, what me I do this for? But you know, sometimes you have to have eyes outside from afar and look on the mountain and look and show you say, and can call out and tell you, say, my lad, you do great works here. The flag a fly, the lighthouse there, the light a shine, and a guide the masses, you know. So just you know, you're gonna have enough naysayers, you understand? You know, them they're not really give you no constructive criticism, and just a criticize. A big difference from constructive criticism from criticizing, you know.
true.
You know, but so, you know what I mean? Just continue the work, my lad. Trust me. Sometimes you know you hear me call for a while, but you don't know what you would, you know? The plantation on me depend, you know?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah, we know the thing, my lad. But yeah,
Hopefully, hope soon and soon, yeah, you can sit down in a teshi, in a one house or in one venue.
yeah,
Whether Teshi or Ethiopia, Teshi Nungwa Estate in Ghana or somewhere in West Africa, East Africa, South Africa, Central, anywhere there. Because that's the key, you know, we need to get from the continent.
true.
Yeah, and you're a great motivation to that mission. Because I see you're good enough. I have to start going there again.
Ah, my lad. Wow, true, man. Give thanks, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Enough people call me and tell me, say, boy, you motivate me to go Africa, you know, me, I look to you for there already.
Yes,
You know, but people me send go Africa and me not did it. Me used to did it and I go Africa and then people used to call me madman because I used to take the whole of my salary and go Africa. You understand? I'll
well,
go there we go all Africa for $200-300 in my pocket.
see,
You understand? And got you and live it out and come forward again and work more money and go back again. People say, boy, you're crazy, you can go Africa with $200, you're mad. I said, no man, good man.
Africa,
I'm a family.
Zion, man.
Mm.
Zion, heaven.
Mm.
You know?
No, those same people are traveling there and say, yo, I saw what you meant.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, we're rich people when we go to Africa, yo. We're rich people when we go to Africa. God, the money no worth nothing here. But when you bring the US dollar there, it multiplies.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Reality that. Yeah,
Yeah, man, if you want to get out of poverty, man, just pile up your money and go Africa.
Africa our home, you know. That's what I keep telling, you know, my brothers and sisters that, you know, that's what we have to really focus on now, you know.
Yeah. But look what's going on in Jamaica right now as we speak.
Yeah.
That don't make you know say Africa we're women and know what will.
Well, that is the thing, you know, because Jamaica they're in the middle of the ocean, you know, but yeah, if they're in the middle of the ocean there, boy, and withstand certain things, you know, there is some force there. There is something there. You know what I mean? There is something there. So we even though them I go through right now, you know, we just have a positive meditation towards, you know,
But I have a dream.
Yeah.
Or a vision, as Rasta people say, vision instead of dream. That we can be like how you see America and Russia and China be, where we go Africa and help unite it. And then we can get some red, black, and green jetliner and cargo airplane. Because you know these things are gonna come on and off in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And we can fly to Jamaica, Haiti, and the islands with some jetliner, big cargo, some 777s and some 787s and some 747s cargo airplane them down at Jamaica and down at Haiti and drop off food and tent and medical supplies and help rebuild our own people. That is Rastafari and Garveyism. That's when we know when we can do that, then we know say yeah, we are on the way to recovery. You know, right now.
Yeah, but the thing is,
the little Western Union where we are going to send. And the enemy we have to depend on helping out Jamaica and St. Vincent and Barbados.
Yeah, and them I get a percentage. But
God, they might get the opportunity to further have them in a neo-colonial. You know. But our work, the work what you're doing in Africa by going there and establishing things, that is the solution. That is the solution. Just going to Africa, cause, you know, the little money them where we have, we now don't really work nothing over this side. When we go to Africa, we can do big things.
Yeah, man, Africa. That's why we keep putting the emphasis that, you know, we keep going, and at some point we're going to go and we're not going to say we're not going to come back, you know, because
we're going to be able to maintain ourselves over there and still travel back and forth.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because we you know, we have that freedom, so you know, we can move. You see it, but
you want to say you have a nice place over there where you know you can left and you come forward again and sit in and you know until you're ready to retire, you know you're good in your homeland.
Yeah, but that's how our people should be thinking right now. That Africa is where they should be looking to go. Because apart from Africa, where else? Where else? Even though there are so much little Negroes today, especially
Everything is satellite. Everything is the diaspora. Africa is the central point.
yeah, but what may I say? You have some little people today that is running with some narratives. You see, and these platforms push these narratives, and people buy into them. You know what I mean? And the narrative, they make people feel like, say, boy, cause you don't know Caribbean people and black people, most of them say them are African already, You see me? So when you have these so-called celebrities, telling them that, oh no, you for real, you're a Jamaican man, you're not no African, and you're American, you're African American, America is your place. Those Africans don't love us. These are the type of narrative that we see a push where some people are telling us, you see, them African they don't love we, look, and any African ever do this for we, ever African ever do. Jamaicans.
That's why we as Rasta have to create the alternative. We have to create an alternative example to that narrative, a counter narrative. And that's by us doing our establishing ourselves in Africa. So that when the youths them look at what the so-called sellout celebrity them are talk about America, and the youth them see say them get butter bruise in the West. And then they see we know I live in Africa and I survive happy. And I come back and forth also to encourage them to come to Africa. Then they will say, you know what, I'm going to take a trip. Because I'm not saying nothing wrong with you. You live good and you have travel back and forth and nothing is happening to you. You're living a good life in Africa. So we need to create that alternative narrative. You understand? By we ourselves actually going there, Because I'm going to have to really just radically, instead of waiting for retirement, pension and all, I'm just going to have to radically just make that move, and change up my whole settings, and make a radical move to really establish that reality that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Because these temples that we are given, these physical temples, them have a time limit. Them have an expiration date.
True.
Of that, we don't know the date. We hope the date is long in the future, but the reality is it has an expiration date. I don't want that date to expire on the plantation. I want it to expire back home in Africa. So when my ancestors, my cousin them and my people them in my generation them at Jamaica, or people who know me in a Babylon and Rome, hey, how are you about there? Say in Chad in Africa, there's same day, Yeah, man. You mean this or in there? Yeah, man. In dead and gone and bury Africa, man. About a year ago, me and them bury him over there. Really? How are they saying bury for real? Yeah, man. That man gonna live out his last days in Africa, yeah. Boy, me would want that too, yeah, man. Cause me don't want to bury down here, so. Me don't want to get hole in here, so. Cause pure suffering there, so.
Africa our home.
The golden shores of Africa.
Yeah, man. Africa our home. That's
Hmm?
that's all I can say to the people, them. You know what I mean? And we're gonna continue show the eye them Africa said we. Yes, we will not
My love.
stop. Yeah, we not stop. That's why I want the ones them to subscribe to my Patreon channel
Okay.
and subscribe to that because we need the support also. You know what I mean? Because as the
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
talk
work on
about,
that after I get out. I work on that
you
in
see
the
me?
end of the week and subscribe to it. You know.
Yeah, we need it. We need the support, my lad. If you go up on the plane, them and all of them
Would
something
I
there.
love your rise up a tour, since you have the platform, would I love your rise up a tour, economically feasible tour, even if it's not a tour where set up where you have at least, you know, resources where one can know, say, boy, I just start give me that list here, or I just start give me that video here. If me land in Africa, me can know where to stay and who to connect with and where the cheapest airline for the masses them want to take trips to Africa, and I don't just Ghana, but different places,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you don't have to take up the different in topics of your tour of your show, but just like a banner, that directs someone to a page where them can have different links to how to go to Africa in the most economically cheapest way,
True.
Yeah. 'Cause enough of the tour them kind of too expensive and out of the economic purview of enough of the people,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
plane ticket expensive, and unless you have a probably couple numbers, probably 20 people, or I don't know how them think they really work. You see me? But
we'll have to get with the agency and see how we can get a cheaper tickets for say 20 or 50 people. What kind of deal they can give you with that, say we can buy 20 or 50 seats. I mean, you can get to the point where you can charter an airplane in a boss. If you can full a man airplane for full it with 200-300 people or 200 people, or you get 100 people you can full the airplane with, buy 100 tickets. You must give them tickets they'll have substantially cheaper price. If we can do that and be like a package deal where we go on a tour, like a Hajj. Like all the Muslims they do their yearly Hajj, they have to visit Mecca. That's what we have to do Africa. Where everybody before them before them
True.
before them drop flesh. Visit
True.
Africa.
True. But people as a redemption, international repatriation, So, but it's something. It's better than nothing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Them thing they're just excuse for not doing the work.
Totally agree.
Cause me and you see Prince Emmanuel buy ticket and get to the soldier them for go Africa, go establish,
Yeah, well, I meet couple of the brethren them still.
Yeah, I mean no.
Meet couple of the brethren them still. Was a joy.
I mean, that's why I say it's a relay. I remember you had a program and said, did they complete their job? That they didn't reach the land. That is a relay. It's a relay race. It's not just a sprint, So they went as far as they could go and they passed the baton to we who went to the land,
Yeah, man. Yeah, but for me, them bridging upon the land after so much years, it's an honor, and they can share the experience of.
me give thanks for that trip. That was like one of the best trips them where you do, cause it's like you reunite me with them. This is Fiji Jabanik,
See,
Ja Turks, Jan Rasta. That was an honor. That was a job.
Yeah, the virgin them talk about the eye still. Yeah, the virgin them mentioned the eye still.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, them are my teacher, them, man. And, you know, inspiration, you know?
Yeah, man, they mention the eye still. That is,
Mm.
yeah, can say that for sure. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's great to, to see the bridging them. You just need more bridgings for come in and,
Yeah.
or a delegation or something like that, something structured,
Yes,
and well thought, put together, but the approach, you know, Rastafari in general, not just Bobo Shanti, but the approach
Yeah, man. Rastafari in general.
have to be different, how we approach Africa,
Absolutely.
we
Absolutely.
we have to approach Africa in a way that not just say on a repatriation and a spiritual, but everything it have to
Mm.
balance, you need the spiritual and the temporal.
And physical, yeah,
You
temporal,
see me I
physical
say?
and temporal. Yeah, man.
So
Absolutely.
ones have to approach a thing now with a different eye. You see me?
I.
Yeah, a different eye, because there are opportunity there, and the opportunity is for Africans. You see me? The opportunity
See.
is for Africans. So use an African in the diaspora, there are opportunity there for you. But
See.
finance, you see me I say? Finance go and create these opportunities, you see me I say? Because real
See.
estate, real estate is a big major business in a Ghana or in
Mm-hmm.
Africa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You see me? And you do have Rastafari people, who can come together collectively and build houses, buy land, build houses, and either rent them or do some form of business with
Yes, man.
to create more income that it will go towards aiding and assisting the movement of Rastafari. So when
Mm-hmm.
ones come to Africa, them now say, boy, oh, no this, no that, no that, no that. You see me, I say them now have no Rastafari community. Something is being developed. Something is there. You see me? So
Mm-hmm.
we have to approach it, upon the level their business mind, on a business mind level still. You see me?
Mm-hmm.
Other than just
Mm-hmm.
the normal way of with us looking at it, we just go home and that is it. Where we just go home, and once we go home, we're no business about nobody else, and that is
True.
we have to cut that out. You see me I say? And yeah, we have to approach the thing different. You see me? Yeah, because Africa is for Africans at home and those abroad. So
Absolutely.
our approach have to be different, my lord. Is it? Because it's not for say the virgin they make mistake. We all make mistakes. You see me? But
Yeah, yeah, man.
the virgin them and sister in them that is there, they need the strength and the support. When I say the reinforcement,
Absolutely.
more ones need to be coming into Africa. But then again, watch here. Out in the West here, they're making it so difficult for, cost of living and all of them things there for a lot of people. So a lot of people can't afford for say, boy, them a go back, go Africa and all of them something there. You see me? Because they make it
Yeah,
so hard.
because I've been noticing a trend. Most of the people that we see going forward now are ones who are retiring. them have the whole pension system. They're blessed to have had a pension or a good 401k, as they call it in America. I don't know what you call it there over England there, but they have a good pension plan, and they get their little social security, and then realize that what, it's much profitable or economically. It can go further than if we go and settle in Africa than to be retired here.
Yeah, well,
So that means see, I go on,
me is a young man, so when I reach them bracket, where them put pension, where them put pension at them place. I think you have to be must about something about 70 something. You know what
exactly.
I mean? And come on, who are wait? Who is gonna sit and wait until they're 70?
Exactly.
To
That's why I say we're gonna have to make some sacrifices and just cut with losses, and just decide to work together. Because I think the reason why we're having so much difficulty, we just don't, slavery and colonialism have made us not trust each other. So we don't have that trust in each other to partner with each other economically. We talk about spirituality till thy kingdom come, and talk about culture till thy kingdom come. But she said, boy, I'm gonna put $1 in a bank of England and $2, you put $2, me put $3 in a bank of England, or whatever, Barclays or whatever, and then have a building fund then, and we all save up our money just like our Pastor Samuels make. We give we all different money for save up building fund, we never get build nothing, and it was going in pocket. We can do a building fund, and we build say 2-3 houses in Africa. Even if you don't go there go live, you can see a profit from it. You understand me? Where you can now know say, all right, me have a room, and save them say, boy, you save up say $900 in the rental of these buildings that we build. You can tell a soldier say, hey, whoever is handling the account, buy me a ticket, yeah, man. No one come over there come see when me did contribute to building. And you get your ticket and you go over Africa and you have your little one room in the same building there, and you say, wow. Me unite with 3 or 5 man or 10 man and some empress them, and look what we build. We have 3-4 houses where rent out to visitors and tourists or whatever. But you can see something materialized, as you say, temporary, that you contributed to. But this one man and one soldier approach now where we're gonna have to put one cocoa together. Cause let me tell a youth in Kenya, asking us to fund you is not working, cause you youths in Kenya, if you understand. There's no rich Pan-Africanism. The whole away as Pan-Africanists are working class black people who just love Africa. So what we can do is help you to create an economic way to free your own self. But we don't have them type of money to donate to building mansions as an individual Pan-Africanists. Because we ourselves as Pan-Africanists are not unified. You understand? What we have is, we can direct you and reconnect you to various different resources. And if we can get other Pan-Africanists where we can do a collective and contribute to something, whatever we contribute into, we need to travel there and see if it's feasible. That was just a conversation between me and a Kenyan youth. Making more say, yo, now a millionaire Pan-Africanist, but I got come and just sponsor something and be a big political donor like with them Republican and the Labour Party in England or the Tory Party have, or the Democrats and Republicans have here. No, or the JLP or NPNP have. We don't have them type of rich donors. We have to finance it oneself. And the best way to finance oneself is collectively. You know,
Natural.
and until collectively, we need to be able to collectively do it because, yo, boss, enough of the Rasta them we used to laugh off of one next Rasta man, say him a madman, where him a go Africa for, where him a sell off in house and I go Africa for, you know, so them African they are thief, and the virgin get a good sale for him house and he left out, he go and build a house Africa and him a live good and him a go back and forth between New York and Ghana. I sell him shea butter and him cocoa butter and him different, you know, African items. And them same brethren they did a laugh after him, for them homeless now, the brethren.
Mm.
I see them a live on the street in a homeless shelter. Rasta man. Because the things in New York change in such a way that the little sufferer tried with them did a do in New York. Can't sustain them. Because the white man now say, get out of this neighborhood nigga no more. You know? Him telling you that it's too expensive for you. You cannot afford here. Your credit is not good enough for here. Even if you have your little money, you don't have enough credit to live here, sir. But that a reach now for the Rasta then in a Babylon. And
Serious.
me and you know the ganja game change up big time. Because the policeman have a ganja shop now.
See?
They said policeman when used to arrest you for ganja, him own the ganja farm now. And I sell ganja legally out of one vending machine. So him knock you out of the ganja game, you know. Him have the best yard weed right so in England and America. You know, I forgot yard no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I like you said, we have to really think differently if we're gonna survive.
Africa. Africa right now, my lad. That is the place. Yeah, nowhere like home. That is
No way like home.
yeah, nowhere like home. You know, people better get themselves together and start.
And guess what? I've seen where when I first went in the 90s. Oh, it was so hospitable. I mean, I took $200 and rent one place for 1 year. I rent a 2 bedroom, nice in Ateshi. I get a man. No. Hold on. When I get a man, I get a man 800 US for rent for the whole year, a big house. You understand? And my wife then and we rented out the two of the bedroom and made back that money. And then I took $200 and rented a storefront. That's back then. And my wife and our family took I'm on the wharf and we buy a bale of clothes from the Salvation Army. Because the Salvation Army and them don't give out the clothes and then they sell it back to the African them. They take it for free from us and sell it back to the African. All them do is wash the clothes because they have to be sanitary to enter the country. And then give the bale of clothes. I buy it for the bale of clothes for about $50. And the city African just bust the bale open when we go back into the where atomic. When I was at Junction, Teshi Junction, the store did there. And when we go back to the store, we see the whole of the Africans whooping up for them bail. Me say, oh wait, what am I do? Me just send my daughter's mother, my ex-wife, no, me have a new wife. We need to discuss that too. later on, or we need to marry our own tribe to make the marriage them better. Cause my second wife is a Jamaican black woman, and we come basically from the same village. So, what if I, you know, misfire in the engine when normally would happen when you marry different tribes and different races didn't happen because we had similar background. Done the same race already, you know, but tribally. You understand? 'Cause we like a new tribe in the Caribbean. You know? So tribally. We had, you know, what come out of slavery and it just fire back. But that's a different subject. But nonetheless, my then wife, if I'd stayed in Africa, the marriage would have went perfect. But I didn't stay. I had to come back and forth. And the fact remains is when I opened up my bale of clothes, I sent her cousins and her nephews to go buy an iron and an ironing board and some hanger. It's when me iron out the clothes and hang them up, man, Mercedes Benz pull up in my shop and buy clothes. Just to me step it up a little bit with some ironing and some hanger with the used clothes me attack.
See?
And we were able to maintain that store for about 5 years. You understand? And if me did it right, I'm gonna still have my shop and probably 2-3 more shops. Yeah. And them time the airline business did flat in America. They never did that do good in them time. A construction me that work. And use my construction money and save it and go Africa. My first trip Africa. Yeah.
Rasta.
Yeah, man. Sometimes I try to say those opportunities are stepped it up to a different level because things are not as cheap as it used to be back in the 90s. But there's still opportunities.
Yeah, man, there's a lot of opportunities, said we.
Good.
The opportunities are still there. They remain is just, more money,
Yeah.
That is it. You know what I mean, my lad? That's if you have enough money.
Yeah, but we do have enough money. We have enough money collectively.
Yeah, collectively, yeah, we do, yeah.
Enough money, we have enough money. We know enough. And we have to, you know what it is? We have to venture out our comfort zone. Because right now, you know who me know say me can get the type of money from, or release half of them money they from? And me ballad, pork eating Yankee bridging them. You understand me? Me ballad, pork eating Yankee bridging them who just want to go Africa go look on some girl. But them afraid, you know. But they want me as them Rasta man bridging to be the guide. We can't just depend on Rasta. Man, we having dread, but he more frightened than a ballad for go Africa. Yeah, you know, say I joke.
We love go Africa. Africa is the nicest place. I know, and we don't want to limit ourselves to just being in Ghana, because the continent huge, so.
So if you can have a meeting with some Nigerian or some Jamaican, then with them and dread or ballad in a Europe there, and organize them to invest and go Africa with you on a trip. If you see the opportunity then, yeah, you can raise the money for a project. We can't depend on just the Rasta community car. Them too bossy,
Seeing?
Too bossy. For no reason at all.
For no reason at all.
Yeah. Left, right.
Reality, my king. Reality. Yeah. We're not there for boast or show off or hype, We're just there to do the work. You see it? Yeah. We're just there to do the work. Johnny Johnson, bless up yourself in the family. Manners and respect. Yeah, Honorable Priest, we have about 5 minutes left on the program, yeah. I'm going to keep it to, 4 hours. So, any closing words, my lord? Bobo.
Talk to me, King.
Yeah, may I say any closing words? We have 5 minutes left on the program. Yeah.
Yes, King.
Yeah.
Well, give thanks, and we give thanks to His Majesty and Marcus and Emmanuel and Queen Menins and Zawadito and Taito and Winnie Mandela and Queen Naya Bindi,
Yes, and
and give thanks to Malcolm and Martin and all of them, Sojourner Truth and them, Harriet Tubman, none all of them, the ancestors, to inspire and give thanks to the eye, give thanks to the program. And the work continue,
True, my lord.
The work continue, Yeah, man. King Emmanuel VII, Jah
Rastafari, Majesty.
King Selassie,
Jah Rastafari. My lord. Yes, Honorable Priest, give thanks again and more love and light, health and
Lord.
strength.
More love, more joy,
Yes,
my
God.
Lord.
Yeah,
The
man,
work
all powers.
continues.
Yes, I.
Honor God.
Honorable, my lord.
Peace and
Rastafari.
safety,
Yeah, man, all guidance and protection, my lord.
And prosperity always.
Yeah, man, and dominion.
Honor.
Majesty. Yes, honorable family. Yeah, man, give thanks. Yeah, for the honorable priest, Hannibal. Yeah, give thanks, for the man of R. Yeah, give thanks to the strength, my lord. Yeah, much appreciate love. We did a look for whole heap of call, but the priest just cover all of the calls them where it will come in. You see me? And we give thanks to the honorable empress that calling first. Yeah, man, manners and respect. I think she's calling from Antigua. Yeah, bless up all my brothers and sisters in Antigua. And the rest of the Caribbean, the rest of the diaspora, the rest of the continent. See? Yeah, give thanks to the strength. And please subscribe to my Patreon platform. Seeing would I love the item strength and support over there. So. Alright? Yeah. But give thanks to the item patient listening and rock of attention. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Always, always. To share, and to also learn from the item to segue where I call in and also interacting at the chat room. You know what I mean? I appreciate of the item. So, more love and strength and, guidance and protection and the item going out and, coming in. The item entire family. See? So, manners and respect, love and light. Rastafari. Time to rise. Time to open up your third eye. Full time you start to realize that all this time they've been telling us one bag of lies. Telling us a God in the sky that for you and I die. Jenko Jesus, oh meek, oh mild. These things they taught us from we were a child. False indoctrinated the innocent minds. Mind control is the signs of the time. Android, cyborg, AI, all these things combined. All these things combined might sound like a rhyme. but the evidence reality is right before your eyes. Under no disguise, the age of Aquarius is the shifting of the time. Sun, moon, stars, the planet in the cosmos align. As the cosmos align, low vibration frequency decline. You strengthen your mind. Access to knowledge, information from the Almighty Creator Divine. Creator Divine. The time arise. I feel time for rise. The time appointed, because I'm anointed. The time arise. I feel time for rise. The time appointed, because I'm anointed. Time to
subscribe button. See you on the next video. I just start the mindset. Smash that subscribe button.